Okay, you know what? We had the chance to go on like a few minutes early, and I suck.
Well,
So I'm gonna,
you were a
I'm
little
just gonna,
distracted.
yeah, and it's 2 minutes to
Yeah.
now. So I
Oh.
just had my 1 minute
So
glorious screw up.
so do I wait or do I do the thing now?
You
Yeah.
wait,
I wait. I wait.
wait,
We'll wait.
sit, roll over, play dead.
Oh.
Okay, maybe not play dead. That was very unattractive. Okay, let's
Uh,
try this again.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
That's what it's supposed to look like.
that's the way to do it.
That's what it's supposed to
Hey,
look like.
greetings all you fellow
Oh my
hamsters
god, I
and
don't believe I
welcome
did that.
replay viewers. We are back on. Take two,
Hello,
but we're on.
Phoenix. Hi, Katrina.
Katrina, how are you?
Hi, Katrina.
Gonna get a
Martin, you have to say
little
your thing.
local. Hmm?
You have to say your
I
thing.
did just say my thing.
What? You didn't say it all, right?
Yeah,
Did you?
yeah,
Welcome, replay viewers and everything.
yeah. So, someone back me up on this. Yeah.
Katrina seems to be the only one
I know.
who's saying she's here. You know, it's just Martin. You don't have much to be backed up on here.
Oh, I see. I see.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
I don't want. I don't want the loop. I don't want the loop. I don't want the loop. I just want a second source of comments, just in case. Everyone, make sure you upvote our
Up your what?
stream. No, upvote. Excuse me, Martin. What was that for?
I don't.
No, 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 no. Going home.
Who's going home?
You're driving? Going
Oh,
home.
Katrina, going home. Awesome.
Going home. Here we
Just
go.
be safe and careful.
Hi, Eric.
Hello, Eric. How are you?
Okay, it was freezing cold in here. We had to turn down
Um,
2 print jobs because the printer and the cutter wouldn't work properly.
Yep.
And now suddenly the whole system kicks in,
And it's
and
too warm in here.
it's sweaty and it's horrible, and it might as well be in the middle of summer.
Hmm.
Oh, Martin, can the next place be the last one for a while, please?
Oh, I hope so. I really hope so.
Hi,
Hey, Edward.
So you've got the
Mhm.
timer set? Because
I've
we
got
didn't
I've
sleep
got a
at all
timer
last
set.
night.
Yeah.
So we're
Oh
only
yeah,
going
we
to do 2
barely slept.
hours, maybe a tiny bit over, but that's it. Ah, super hard work already. Thank you. Get off the screen, Martin. Come on.
There we go.
We get our stretches every time you guys get
I
the super
know.
hearts.
Walking home from the train platform. Awesome. Okay.
Nice. So I'm assuming you can hear us okay? Hopefully you have hands free or something. Yay! Edward, say hi to Eric. Eric, say hi to Edward. The E's are in the house.
Easier in the house. Yeah.
The E's are in the house. That's right. That's right.
Nice.
One. One?
One
One what?
one thumbs up, right?
One. One.
That's
One.
one reaction.
One.
Isn't that how that works?
Is it, oh,
I
yes,
think.
you're right.
Yeah.
I,
I think.
yeah, I think you're right. Okay, good.
It's been a wacky afternoon. After I had to quickly sign off our little broadcast from this afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the place where we really, really want called today to give us a deadline for a guarantor, and we're still having a hard time.
Mentioned you
Cool.
in my TikTok. Awesome. Thank you, Edward.
Yes, Edward, we see you've been tagging us on your TikToks.
We see everything.
And
That's
what
just
did
because
you
we got every
what
notification on.
what did you Yeah, we had to actually turn most of the notifications off because it was driving me crazy. Me crazy because I'm the one who's always responsible for it, right? But yes, I know you love me, right?
I do. Yeah.
'Cause, you know, I could make you look so bad on air.
Oh, I know.
I could destroy you on our social media.
She could. She really could.
Um,
If only I
Edward,
wasn't so cute and adorable.
You mentioned us. What did you say about us this time? Like, are we in trouble? The ring dragon.
I got a concept of the
You did a cut and sip of your dragon. And sip of.
cut and sip.
Okay.
The ring dragon.
Yes, the ring dragon. Actually, we should. Well,
Yes,
yeah. Actually,
we're
gonna
going to be
some
working
glue and
with
stuff,
possibly with glues and stuff. So
So. Yo.
the ring dragon made famous back
Yo.
in our Periscope days. One ring.
Two ring.
Oh, he's got to go in the pinky. There.
Oh no,
It's a
you
pinky
see,
ring.
The bottom one has to go on first. Is what I. That's right.
Well, then
made
you
that
put yours
mistake.
in the wrong spot.
I did put mine in the wrong spot. It'll be fine.
We all
Here's the ring
fine.
dragon.
About interviewing you on YouTube. Oh,
Oh, we would be honored.
we'd love that.
Here, let's get him up on the prepare. You know, we're gonna
Okay.
bring him up this
Up is-
time.
Oh, he's
So you see that
rampant.
yes, because
Rampant.
Vince got an image of him, you know, with all fours down. So now he can get a vicious one.
Rampant dragon. Hello, Denver. Hey, Chris, how are you?
So you want to interview us on your YouTube? That would be great. We've never actually done. We did a panel thing on YouTube once, and she set it up for
Mhm.
us. So we actually don't know how to do that part. Hi, Chris. Oh, Chris. Martin forgot to tell you earlier
Mm.
that we're having the same problem with our 3D print bed with the being cold in the corner
Yeah.
and things not sticking and stuff not properly heating up, and not happy about that. Not happy about that at all. So the sooner we get a place where we don't have to worry about that, the better.
Mm-hmm. Stable temperatures. Hey, what a great idea.
Well, Edward, send us a DM or PM, whatever you'd like,
An M.
on and then something M, and on Twitter or Facebook or TikTok.
Yep.
You're more likely to get us if it's on Instagram or Facebook, and because they're now connected, they're now intertwined, so we really only have to check one. So yes, hello, Heavenly Dew.
Do I see dragons? That is our ring dragon, Chris.
Yes, he guards our rings while we are on air because we don't want to get messy, gicky stuff all over it. What is going off over here? That
Don't know.
is that my
that
phone?
your-
I
on your
thought I
phone?
turned my phone to silent.
Now your phone's got a whole bunch of notifications. Probably
Did
people
you
who
say
are
notifications or notifications?
notifications. I did slur that a
sounded
little
like you
bit.
said
Yeah,
notifications.
notifications.
The phone's
Novocaine.
got a Novocaine.
Okay. I've got Novocaine there.
Enjoyed your
We'll
broadcast.
do.
Yes, I'm very happy you kept them away.
Yes.
We're actually going to have a limit on tonight's broadcast, so everyone, please, 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 please invite people.
Mm-hmm.
Please. We'll do my fantastic friends. Yes, send us PMs so that we can. Oh, it's a whole bunch of field agent notifications. I thought I
Wow, that
turned
hasn't popped
off.
up in a long
I
time.
haven't used field agent in. All right, well, I'm going to put that away then. Oh, and Vince, I picked up these at the dollar store. So, and Bobby, I don't know where you are, but I picked up these at the dollar
Chris
store.
says, yes, I figured it out. It affects the viscosity. Wasted so many prints.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what we were getting is it's not sticking to the print bed, right? So the base layer just starts getting dragged around by the injector.
We had to send a
by the
print to
extruder.
a friend. So Vince, it looks like I'm gonna lose money on these, but I promised you guys, and they say you learn from experience. So I got these because you really can't. These are a lot harder to tear because they got
So they have the
padding
plastic
inside.
lining and the bubbles.
I was hoping to find like little boxes, but they fit the HAPS logo magnet. So if yours doesn't show up, I'm gonna have to print you another one and do it all over again, and I'm gonna have to send Bobby another one. So I'm counting it as a little funds lost, but a lesson
got
learned. You know.
Numb phone. There are bills for that.
Yes, well,
Notifications,
notifica-
not
no
novocations.
notifications. How do you novocate a phone?
Yeah, really.
Bless you, Cat.
Isn't it?
That was Pippin. It affects. Oh,
Mhm.
Facebook user. I'm assuming you are on our personal profile. Who are you? Grunch is going to sing Sesame Street with me on TikTok. Nice. Nice. Well, send us the information about your YouTube, and
Mhm.
things are starting to move fast, and it's horrible because we're gonna have to try to juggle it with another move, but we can do it.
Is this the Addicted to Support Group support group? Yes. Thank you
Yes.
for joining us.
Yes, you are obviously addicted to support groups, so we're happy to have you. Hey, the dragon is now in front of my T-shirt.
Move him over there. Yeah. Will he
Ah.
stay? Will he stay rampant?
Uh,
Balancing act.
Yeah, it's always tough to get him to stay rampant. But I like him rampant. It's just, oh come on.
It was probably just on that perfect spot on the table. There we go. Now, as long as we don't shake the table by, working on projects.
Don't
Oh,
breathe.
wait.
Be very careful. Armageddon! Okay, it's red eye.
Oh, it's red eye. Okay. Why are you not on Haps?
I know you're
Although,
showing me in the
watch on
magnet.
Facebook for a bit, then come
You're
over to
the ones
Haps
that
and
I
watch
will
there
totally
too.
support you guys 100%. Okay, cool. Cool. Are you lecturing Red Eye?
Oh, not lecturing.
Red Eye's
just
been a
making
friend for a
suggestions.
long
Oh, I
time.
know, yeah.
Be careful there, dude. He knows more about us than anyone else on here right
Oh,
now.
no. And he might run me through too.
That's right. As Curly of the Three Stooges would say.
Certainly. Here, here.
Nice. So we're having hot chocolate tonight in order to stay awake a little bit, but also be able to go to sleep soon after the
Mhm.
broadcast because, yeah, I think it's much earlier to bed this time. We really got the hang of this, but I've been waking up with some really crappy dreams, and
The
poor Martin
weird,
gets woken
vivid,
up with me.
realistic dreams.
Yes, it seems my imagination. With stress comes these freaky dreams for me.
Mhm.
I mean freaky, like unnaturally scary freaky. So there you go. Everyone's saying hi to everyone. That's good. Everyone, please share. I
Everybody
am
smiles.
going to-
Everybody smiles.
Smiles, everyone. Yes, I am going to get the table. That needs to go bye-bye because we don't need that anymore. There we go. Maybe we should. You know, hang on. I'm gonna see how this looks.
Hello, Lucia from the Haps team. Thanks for joining in tonight.
Hi.
We're so enjoying being from the Haps platform. There's the great community that's involved here, and just having a great time with it.
Hello, Haps team. So yes, we are planning our Valentine's Day thing, and we're doing the $5 sponsor thing. Is basically we need 5 more people, 5 more sponsors at $5 each before the 12th, between now and the 12th. And then what we're going to do is a Lord of the Rings Valentine's Day. So we are going to write. Martin will have between the 12th and when we go to air on the 14th to write.
Super hard award.
Oh,
thank you,
you.
Lucia.
Hang on. Reach, Martin. Reach. Martin's upper body is shorter than mine. I have the advantage. But he's taller than I when we stand up. So.
Yes, so Christy.
Yes,
That's
good.
strong.
It's
That
strong.
jumpy chan.
Oh, I'm sorry, Devon. But yes, so what we're doing is we're going to write these Lord of the Rings stories. So you have to tell us, you and your partner, or if you want a fellowship type story, we're going to write a Lord of the Rings style story. You tell us whether you're an elf or a dwarf or whatever, and then we'll read it to you while in costume. We'll read it to you while in costume.
Namaste award. Thank you,
That is
Lucia.
appropriate. Thank you.
Namaste.
What is this? Namaste? Really?
Well, I know
Come up with
that
something better
that's a
for
Anubis,
Namaste.
but it's usually Anubis, isn't it?
Yeah.
It looks like a llama too. Tuck the ears in a little.
Llama a stay.
Llama. Stay.
Llama stay.
Stay. Llama. Stay.
Stay. Good llama.
Good llama.
Spit. No bark, just
Just
spit. Just spit. Just spit. So yeah, we've had a hard time because we ordered online the materials to cast my new ears on Thursday, and the stores are just not moving fast enough for us, and it's all curbside pickup, and they're all in completely different directions, and to ship it will take too long. So I drove in one direction today, and it looks like hopefully tomorrow we can get the other stuff. If we cannot get the what's the stuff called again?
Alginate.
Alginate. If we cannot get the alginate in time for Thursday's ear casting, then we are going to try to do it all with plaster. And we haven't done that since the early 90s,
No, something like that. Yeah.
way before we were even married.
Maybe.
When alginate was difficult to get and impossible to find.
That's true. Yeah.
And I have no idea. I don't remember how we did it with just plaster.
I don't know.
That's a long time ago. But alginate,
But
you
it
can
could
get
have been
smooth
painful.
on. Smooth on now has alginate, of all things.
Of course. Well, they do deal with all the
So-
other casting and molding materials too, right?
Everyone.
So why not? Yeah.
Yeah, it's the smallest size, unfortunately, to the place that we had to order from because we don't have time to order online. The smallest size is like $90, but we got other stuff we can do with it later on. But alginate was originally used in dental professions, and we used it a lot on set. But when we taught people in the Star Trek fan clubs how to make their own ears and foreheads, we just used plaster. But like it's been so long.
It has, yeah.
I really hope that alginate happens
Wow,
tomorrow.
more awards. Thank
Oh,
you
thank
so
you,
much.
thank you, thank you. Hi, award.
Thank you. Hi, and another namaste.
I'm not
From
doing a
Lucia.
llama. We gotta come up with something better, like a little leaf or something, you know? Kind of hippy dippy. Did see your broadcast today from work. Wearing safety vest.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't checked yet. I'm gonna look at the replay of that.
Mhm.
Maybe before we go to bed.
Before we go
We'll
to
take
bed,
a look.
we'll do a little wind
'Cause
down with that.
security
Little
vest means you can't
meditation.
hide, right? Yes, that was because I wanted all of you guys to see me at my job.
Nice.
Aw. Yeah, good luck, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Lucia.
Thank you. So that is one thing we're going to do. And then the other thing we're going to do is the Car Hunger COVID Costume Contest. It'll be on the 13th. Right after we're done the Valentine's Day thing, we will accept submissions.
The
So you have
13th
to
of
submit.
March. Yeah.
13th, the 13th of March, but after the 14th of Valentine's Day, we're going to accept submissions. That way we can give you a time. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your time spot, and you're going to be on the main picture here, and the judges will be up in the corner. And did I get the right side? The correct side? No. Up in the corner, and
corner.
here is down.
Yeah.
No, there.
Other way, yeah. We're mirrored.
Here is down there.
We're backwards, yeah.
Here,
So-
down.
so
You'll be down there in the
This
big
way
picture,
is down here is the big picture.
and the judges
And
will be
then
up here.
we're going to be up there. Up. Yeah.
And it'll be basically 80% of your costume you have to find at home. If you are a cosplay or you have a full Halloween costume, we encourage you to modify it. Because even though it's at home, like if you have a metal sword for your knight's outfit, make a cardboard one, do a colander instead of instead of your helmet. If you've got your old prom dress, right, become the prom dress princess or the prom dress wizard. Either way, I cut the last few
Into a
seconds.
fairy, you know.
How to start a sponsorship for you too. You go to our profile and you hit sponsor. You should actually see it on the broadcast too. Ouch. There you go. Thank you, honey. That really helps.
It does. It does. Thank you so much.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking we were going to do the lit. Base but we've decided, because there was a request from Vince for the whole magnet thing, we've decided we're going to make them into metals. So you can hang them on a ribbon or a cord. And Vince, if you get one, we'll include a magnet.
Yep.
If you win one, we'll include a magnet. But this way you guys can hang them anywhere. And then maybe, I hope we have enough time because I really want to do it. I want to put lights around the outer edge. A little tiny battery box. And you guys can just like turn it on and
Ooh.
you can shine right here. And we're it's still up in here. It hasn't gone into three-dimensional. We got to get a constant temperature so we can print this darn thing. I got just, say it 3 times fast. Which one?
That.
No, that. You can say that 100 times fast. It sounds like a machine gun. What, the Car Hunger COVID Costume Contest? I've said it so many
Must
times.
be, yeah.
Car Hunger COVID Costume
gotten
Contest.
better
Car
at it,
Hunger
both of
COVID
us, yeah.
Costume Contest. Car Hunger COVID Costume Contest. How many more?
We're good. Yeah.
Yeah. Just hang on.
Just swing by the T-Mo table and leave your phone with them. Yeah, right there at work at his Costco, right? It's like, my phone's dead. Can you guys charge it for me for a bit?
I haven't been able to get into my prom dress in years. I can still wear the heels though. Okay, is
All
that
right.
still
Yeah,
red
that's-
eye?
I'm hoping that's still red eye, actually. Because I'd like to see that.
Is that still red eye? Because it says Facebook user. Is that still red eye? Oh, honey. Martin, I'm with Martin. I want to see that. I so badly want to see that. We're not going to get to anywhere tonight, are we?
Oh, I know, really.
Okay.
I wonder we never
'cause
get anything
I
done.
want to,
So
put a
look for
slit in
how
the
to
front of it and
sponsor
put, like,
decompressing
ribbons
frustration
and stuff.
from today, not presently dealing with reading things or figuring things out. No problem, Don.
oh, that's okay.
We know what that feels like.
Yeah, if you go to our profile, actually, I think when I go to, it doesn't show here. I've seen sponsor on the comment section. When I go to other people's profile, there's a sponsor button that appears. Oh, I don't see, I think it's because this is our profile that I'm,
We can't sponsor ourselves.
No.
That's kind of pointless. Here, we'll just give ourselves some money. Here, have some money.
oh, here, have some money back.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Pleasure doing business with you.
So I,
And that's not laundering money. That's
that's being a good husband and wife.
that's right.
Okay, so I am going to do this, because I wanted you guys to see the Lord of the Rings outfits. So
Oh yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
hoping, I mean, luck upon luck. I'm gonna get rid of this one.
Careful what you wish for. Miss Scarlet can be traumatizing to some. Hey, why not? You
Since I
know.
have a wood sword and shield, I'm planning to buy a night costume at Party City. Ooh. Okay, cool. You
Mhm.
can, but remember COVID. The more
So-
we see that looks like it came from home, the
Yeah.
better. So don't buy a helmet. Like make
Do
something else,
yeah.
or
Do
paper
do
mache
what I
helmet.
would do. Yeah, paper mache helmet or make armor out of cardboard and wrap it in tinfoil. You know, like I did that robot when I was a teenager.
So yeah, the more you make from things that we can recognize from home, like and we meant what we said the other day. If you dare come on here as a mummy, wrapped in toilet paper, you're not allowed to throw it. It's COVID time and it's a COVID
You-
costume
You
contest.
got to reuse that.
You
Yeah.
gotta, you gotta stand in the corner of your bathroom and let everyone use you as a toilet paper roll.
That's right. Yeah.
And you're not allowed to leave the bathroom until it's all used up.
Hey, what kind of broadcast is this? Oh,
What?
see, Ring Dragon finally.
Ring dragon fell over. Okay,
That's it.
fine.
Yeah. Okay. He's.
I'll put him back to where he
Yeah.
was. What?
What kind of broadcast is this?
Well, it's
Not
not,
that
that kind of
broadcast.
broadcast. So be wise. Be wise, because it's COVID time. Boom,
Dun,
boom,
dun, dun.
boom. We want to see what you've got in your home, too.
Mm-hmm.
We want to see how clever you are. And you'll get 5 minutes, so everyone's going to have to pre-book. And then when we fill that space, then like we'll plan for half an hour. And then if we fill it all, we'll start with giving everyone 10 minutes is good. It's kind of long, but it'll give plenty of time for them to show off.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So we'll do 10 minutes. So that's 30 minutes is 3 people.
Yeah.
Basic math.
Mhm.
So an hour is 6 people.
Yep.
So yes, we'll start at one time spot and we'll just keep extending it
Mhm.
as people sign up.
Yeah.
Okay. So remember, right after Halloween, right after Valentine's Day,
Valentine's Day.
every day is
We're
Halloween for
skipping.
us.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Man,
We're
oh, man, oh,
skipping
man.
ahead the seasons already. Yeah.
Cool. They won't use the TP mummy like
Like
a
a corn cob.
That would be nasty. Okay. Now we'll probably be doing it from here, but I'm wondering. I'm hoping by then. Although if things keep getting as crazy as they are right now, I'd like to figure out the blue screen on here
Oh yeah. To do a background.
because we can go out there and film the Guild Inn
Mm-hmm.
because this is the background I want for this for Valentine's
Check
Day.
this out. This is awesome.
This is what I want for Valentine's Day. Where is it? Where is it? Is it this one?
And of course, you know, if you don't want to stand in the corner of the bathroom and be a toilet paper dispenser, you can always just go in the bathroom and unwind.
Oh boy.
During this time of COVID-19, we also understand.
So this
that
was an
there are a lot of
anniversary
people
thing
out
we
there
did
who
last
are
year
not
because of the
able
whole
to go out
COVID
for
thing.
dinner for
Cut and
a
But
snip
wedding
that
dragon?
is the Guild Inn.
Come this June, Martin
That
and
is
I
the Guild
will
Inn, and what I
have
would
been
love to
married
be able
for
to do is
20
because we can go down there and we
years.
may actually have we can use a
Wow.
wedding picture
And
too.
we have 4
We've
years
got some
before
pictures
that
of us
since we
without,
got together.
you know,
And we
with just
wanted
the
to encourage
backdrop.
people
That's
to
true, yeah.
get on
And we
to
can
the
go down
backyard if
there.
you've got one, have dinner outside.
And or we can go down there and we can
even
get a
if it's
nice
macaroni and
bit
cheese.
of video
Remember,
or
it's
photo.
not in where
I
you're
would
having
love
your
to put the Guild Inn
anniversary
behind us.
or
Yeah.
how fancy
I mean,
or
the
expensive
amphitheater
it
here
is.
could
It's
easily
the
be
fact
Minas
that the two
Tirith.
of you are going to take time together
Mhm.
to have that special moment.
Mhm.
And
Maybe
since
Osgiliath
we're in
before the
LOTR
before
today,
the
for
attack.
something to do videos for the
We're gonna
kids,
take a section of
we thought
video
we'd also
too,
take this
and I'm gonna
moment to
do like a
say
little
happy
animated gift. But
anniversary.
I don't know if Haps can do animated gifs.
I don't
Can
know.
they upload animated gifs?
I don't know.
Because that would be awesome. Because you look at this. You Neil.
Mhm.
I mean, you're such a sweetheart.
You and I have spent what seems
I mean,
like
that would be a great animated gift. That's like a Valentine's
Or
card
like
waiting to
that.
happen.
It
You know
is,
that?
isn't it?
Yeah.
we got married here
So I'd love to figure out the whole blue screen thing.
9 years ago.
So it'd be really cool to have that, behind us, the backdrop, or the other part of the Guild Inn. I don't know if you guys can.
What did you guys think of my cut and snip dragon? I just wanted to show you how I
In front
cut
of
and
the
snip the dragon. Yeah, no, that's pretty
That's
cool.
Well, you projected more than
You
you
will
did
basically
when
do a
we
little
were
screen
back
grab off
Yeah, that's
the
true.
off the broadcast.
Wanna go for a stroll?
That's very cool.
then. I think a
This is
stroll
the
would
other
be
part
great.
of the Guild Inn. We did the same day.
Happy anniversary.
This here,
Happy anniversary.
Oh, the red gates.
the red gate. These gates.
Mike
are
Avonin.
closed.
Michael Vannon?
I hear
That
that
is
you wish to
beautiful.
speak to me.
Yes.
Mm.
It appears we have a
But
birthday
these
in
gates
our
are
midst.
also beautiful.
Oh, it must be a very special birthday to call upon an elf.
I think we have this behind us.
Celebrating his birthday fellowship.
That is very special. Then we should celebrate as well. What would you suggest?
I suggest we light the beacons.
Tomorrow.
But we are nowhere in reach of the beacons.
Webpage.
Don't worry, I brought my own.
She's not ready.
Zoom meeting tomorrow. Oh, I know. In one email, she answered more questions than the other guy did in 2 weeks.
And what
So,
lovely beacons they are.
That's her emails.
Watch the.
However, how do we light them?
We couldn't
Use this new magic
We
light
were
in the
single
Gandalf.
thing.
Actually, I was.
I was, yeah. We were talking about Donna.
I was talking about you. And I was on the phone, so you couldn't hear me. I don't remember what I was saying. What was I saying? Martin doesn't remember what I was saying either.
Here's to the birthday child.
Here's to the birthday child.
So,
Happy
That one's
birthday
finished.
to
This
you.
one's finished, yes.
Happy birthday
so
to
let me
you.
pull back up.
Happy
So there
birthday
you go. I
from
want to be able to do what's
Rosewood.
behind. I want to be able to do that.
Happy birthday to
So
you.
what you're saying and suggesting is we go out and we do some stock footage.
If I can
Some
figure out the blue
background
screen
plates.
first,
Yeah.
which I want to do. I want to figure out the blue screen first. Or we can scan something from our wedding with no one in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because that property is gorgeous.
It is.
So we're going to finish these so these products can go up.
Mhm.
Martin still has some photos to do, which is part of the reason why we only set for 2 hours tonight. And then I'm really happy with the way the fish in the mermaid.
Mm-hmm.
Was it foggy that day when you did the anniversary video? Yes, actually, we did. We really
Oh
worked hard
wow,
with that one.
was a
'Cause we went
busy
out-
day.
Yeah, we went out and we did the pirates first, the
Right.
pirate birthday video. And then we went running over to the Guild Inn,
Mm-hmm.
and we changed into Elf and
Elephant Ranger.
Ranger. and we did the birthday. No, hold on. We changed into Annie Oakley and Buffalo Bill
Oh, that's right. Went to the old cabin on the Guild Inn property.
to do Buffalo Bill and Annie Oakley,
Did a birthday video with them.
and then changed into Elf and Ranger,
Yeah.
and then ran over to the gates,
Did that.
did that.
And then went
And
over
then
to the amphitheater
to do the anniversary
the
one.
anniversary video. Yeah.
Yeah, we had 3 changes that day.
Yep. And yeah, it was pretty
we forgot to
foggy.
eat lunch. We brought snacks, thankfully.
Mm-hmm.
We had a friend of ours behind the camera, so we fed her a little bit. Because we were all going to fate. We just completely lost track of time, but we started really early that day.
Mhm.
That was crazy. What did we think we were doing? That was insane.
See, there weren't any other fog machines available for rent in the area.
We were just really lucky that day.
We were, yeah.
The pirate ones looked so...
Because that was
that was
in
the
March,
best.
wasn't it? March or April? So it was fairly
It was
early
the
in the
first
lockdown.
lockdown.
Yeah, it was fairly early in the very first lockdown, and we had already been spending time with our friends, so the whole bubble thing was not an issue.
Yep. She
Uh,
became our
yeah.
automatic bubble. I don't know. That sounds weird in my head. I don't know about the rest of you. That sounds weird in my
Mhm.
head. So, are we
The
happy
bubble.
with this one?
I'm happy with that one. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, put that one here, right there.
Slide it forward.
See, that one's got to be dark and kind of
Mm-hmm.
bloodlusty vampire.
Ooh. So I
Right.
wonder if it needs more of these, like glued around the outside,
Are you going to have to put something there to cover it up?
to cover up. To cover up
the original
the
design.
pretty pleasant, pretty floral
Yeah,
stuff.
because that's just going to contradict, right?
Mhm.
He says,
Mhm.
In that video, there was no fog machines. He's teasing you, honey. He's teasing you. You just lost your train of thought. Did it derail?
To derail, yeah.
Just put it back on the tracks. Everything will
My
be so
my train
cool.
of thought tends to be a runaway train. Runaway train going down the tracks.
As long as it's Thomas.
Oh,
Thomas the Tank
Thomas the
Engine.
Tank Engine.
I
Yeah.
loved Thomas when I was younger. I watched Thomas back then was narrated by Ringo Starr.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep, and that was the original British version. And then when they did the American version, it was it was like
George Carlin.
Yeah, George
George
Carlin.
Carlin, the immortal George Carlin.
But I just know Ringo is so much better doing the Thomas the Tank Engine.
He was
Just-
Mr. Conductor, wasn't he?
Yes,
Yeah,
of course.
of
Well,
course,
he's a
yeah.
storyteller, right? So he's
Yeah.
everyone back then. Coal or Diesel? Oh, Coal's romantic, but Diesel's less, less footprinty. Horrible
Yeah,
footprint.
exactly. Yeah.
You didn't know that? Yeah. I was. How old was I? I started watching Thomas. 12? 11, 12? Because I got all excited when we went to England in 91 for our honeymoon. There was like nothing Thomas here. There was some stuff in the States, but nothing here. And it was hard to find, and you had to go into the collector shops and spend a lot of money. And we walked into this little tiny shop at, that was when we were in Windsor. And there was a tiny little die-cast Thomas the Tank Engine. And I went
Yes.
gaga over it. I went completely gaga. It wasn't the cheap plastic, American-made or China-made stuff. It was like this little, I had to have it. So Martin's like, sure, here. It's like,
Looks like
yeah.
there's a really strong gust of wind. I see the curtains really blowing, and it sounded like something just tumbled across the roof.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening up there. But you Red Eye.
Updated sponsorship. Thank you, Red Eye.
Thank you. I thank you. Sweet. Thank you so much. Okay, well, you definitely are getting... If you guys can do the Polar Express, oh my God, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Well, we wanna pick and choose. We want to get rid of a lot of existing materials, and then we want to start producing product that you guys really enjoy and like. Well, I don't think I showed you guys the painted symbols because it's been in the background
Oh,
in the
yeah.
shot. But you want to grab those
I'll
down?
go
They're
grab those,
definitely
yeah.
dry by now.
I would hope so. They've been
Now
up there
it
for a
is.
week.
But let's see. I know who that person is.
Well, I guess the little tab rings on the top still need to be painted silver.
What was I looking for again?
Aside from that, they're looking really good.
So yeah, Dawn, it's on the front page there. Little sponsor buttons in the middle. But yeah, I was checking to see what the sponsors are at right now. Because
I'm just going to take these off their little...
we want to make sure
hangers.
that we... Okay. Yeah, it's super hot in here all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm. We just got that really refreshing gust of
Red Eye
cold
put an
air through
extra
the window.
5 on, so now we only
Awesome.
need 4.
4 more $5 sponsors.
4 more $5 sponsors.
And we got that
And we've got
Valentine's Day
in the...
Lord of the Rings fellowship / romance / partnership / friendship stories. But no slash.
You're making it sound like, yeah, you're making it sound like a slasher film. It'll be like a Lord of the Rings horror. Really?
Yeah.
Dude? Come on. Seriously? Martin's got issues.
All right. Yeah.
So,
So yeah, I guess the top little tabs still need to be painted. We were going to paint them silver on all the other color ones,
yeah,
right?
that's
yeah.
okay. These were hand painted, so it's a little different. If they were spray painted, it would, the red actually kind of, I think, has gotten old.
The red still, came out a little bit uneven, even after like shaking and stirring the heck out of it. And the back only got a single coat, so it's it still needs a
It's
little.
okay, we don't have to look at the back.
Don't look at the back.
So
This
you
is
want to
not
hold
the
them?
back you're looking
You want to
for.
hold them up to a camera?
Yeah.
Let's
I'll
start
hold
with
up to
the Star Trek here. So these are going to go up in the store. We have to finish painting the little loops to, that's right. I would tell my folks to hand me my ATM card. Sponsor you guys on the weekend. Woo! Well, Vince,
Nice.
by the 12th. I'm going to include you in the stories. If you can do it by the 12th, we'll
Yep.
include you in the stories. Cats are growly. I better feed them before they try to eat my leg. Oh, actually, ours need trim. Thank you.
It's expensive
For
to get their
mine.
little stomach pumped.
What?
Oh, if
I
they
thought-
eat if they eat is like
Are you kidding? It'll be fine. I don't think you got worms, do you? Here, Christina, I found it in another tab after you said earlier.
they're
Soon.
going too
Okay.
close right now.
Oh, honey, Dawn. Dawn. So the next one is...
I'm trying to get it in the background where it's a little bit more visible without so much clutter behind it. There we go. That's a bit better. The Rebel Alliance. This was the New Order, I believe. Or was it? No, this is the Sith. 'Cause we did the Rebel Alliance and the Sith were both red. The Sith
Yeah.
emblem. And you see how the Sith
That's-
emblem and the Imperial emblem have the same similar.
Similar.
This is the not the Old Republic, just the Galactic Republic, just before the
Vinegar
Empire.
makes them sick. Ew. Seriously?
And then we have the Galactic Empire. And then we have,
My
last
favorite.
but not least,
My
Your
favorite
favorite?
because it's on my costume everywhere.
This is true. Ta-da! The Jedi Order. And you see, of course, the similarities between the different ones, right? Like the Jedi Order and the Rebel Alliance have great similarities to them because the Jedi sort of helped spearhead the Rebel Alliance, I think, in
Kind
many
of,
ways.
yeah, in very, very many
Mhm.
ways. In a lot of ways. But yeah, so the rings will get finished painted, and then they will go up on the page. We're gonna have a section on the store for these will be really low cost items. Oh, I asked Haps. Oh, I should have asked the um, Pablo earlier today. I
Mhm.
asked them if they wouldn't mind us selling these like as
Oh.
magnets for at cost plus shipping. And did they answer? Did you see an email I missed?
I assume that's in response to that.
Well, scroll. Yes. Guess
there we
what,
go.
folks? These are going up in the store. We have permission from Habs. We'll put magnets on the back of them. They'll be magnets. These are going to go up in the store as custom items to show people that we can do custom requests. And these will go up in the store as well, the signs. And they will be sold at cost because I don't plan on making money off their logos.
Exactly. yeah.
Okay? So when the store is up, you will see that these will be in a section called custom. And they will be sold at cost. Now, do keep in mind we're in Canada. Things cost a tiny bit more. But our American friends there, you're going to technically get it cheaper because once you convert your American dollar to Canadian, it becomes cheaper.
It helps. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay? And the system, I believe the store does the math on the shipping on its own accord.
Mhm.
So I'm going to add like $1 to each thing for postage, for envelopes, right? And then, so the Haps just gave us permission. And, oh, the costume contest.
Hmm?
Those of you who are local or those of you who know Stormcrow,
Oh yes. Mhm.
Stormcrow Manor, which is the big geek place here in Toronto. I don't know if the gift card can be used online. If not, what I'll do is if you win it and you're in the States or you're somewhere else in Canada that you can't get to a Stormcrow, just get Martin and I to buy the item for you. You can pay the difference in the shipping,
Mhm.
and we'll send it to you. But Stormcrow is donating $25 worth of merch.
Yep.
This came from Stormcrow.
Yes.
That's their crow. And
Back. For any of you who are fluent in Latin, that stands for "This is how we roll."
can they see it in the little teeny window?
I don't know if they can or not.
Oh,
but,
I hope they can.
It's fully in frame, so. What about the Red Eye Order?
They have some great merch.
May the force be with us all.
And they've got these wild dice that are just like awesome. They've got a 20/20 dice, which is a 20-sided dice, and every side has got 20 on it. It's like awesome.
Not that you can't order the Haps Thingadoo and send C&M an additional tip. Oh,
This is true.
yeah.
This is true. We'll keep our trap shut. But yes, I'm gonna put them
The
up
two
on
are
the
completely unrelated to one another.
we're gonna put them up on the page under the custom section,
Mhm.
so you guys can order it from there, and then you can see what else. And remember, if you're a sponsor, and your $5 or over, yeah, you're gonna get all these goodies. You're gonna get all these treats. We want to make it to the 200. We really do.
Mhm.
I want to make it to a new home too. Ah, what? I popped some Latin out earlier in a comment, and you didn't say anything. You did? Did we
What,
miss it?
earlier in the
Oh, for-
in this broadcast or earlier this afternoon?
so we should be doing some work.
We should be.
So what are you gonna do with it?
Yeah, I see what you mean about covering up the funny the pretty little flowers.
Yeah, because the inside of that one is
By
so.
my pretty little bonnet, I will end you. And then to be able to do the dark sort of.
Clean this one off too.
Oh yeah, it's got a little bit of
Gooey.
sticky.
Yep. It's okay. We give it a nice cleaning. We
Yeah.
know what'll clean it.
Little isopropyl should clean it.
Not
just fine, yeah.
isopropyl.
Oh, the lacquer thinner.
Yeah.
Very carefully because we don't know if it'll actually dissolve the green paint. So we'll try with the isopropyl first, and then see what happens.
True.
Yeah.
So do you want to maybe cut a strip of vinyl?
To go around that? Yeah, I could do that. We actually have a green that almost matches that, don't we?
We don't need a green that matches. I'm thinking the other gold, the brassy gold
Oh,
from
the
the previous,
shiny gold, the reflective
super
gold. Yeah,
shiny reflect. Yes.
yeah, we could do that.
Yes.
Popped out some Latin earlier. I'm trying to
What?
think.
What did you? Well, he said yes. I know.
Oh,
Martin,
Jesu Christi. I commented.
Martin,
I,
yeah,
I,
Martin
I,
commented. He read it and he
Jesu
commented.
Christi. Latin for Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Yes. He said it. He beat me to it, but he said it.
It's like, does nobody hear me?
Apparently not. I guess I'm not overpowering. Is his mic like too low? Emblem to cover the design.
Actually, yeah.
around
What
the
is
rim.
my mic level set at?
Martin's thinking of putting like more of those dark stones.
Mine's
to
at
stuck
10.
in here. Gluing them down, and everything just fell over off camera, but at least you guys got to hear it. Yay!
It's when you think you're sliding over a tall box, but it's a short box on another box.
Well, I think we just woke up the neighbors.
It's okay. It's not late yet.
Gentle little sweethearts.
Oh, it'll be
I
so
learned
much
that from some
better.
classical piece I sang in college choir. Seriously.
There it is. Yeah, we got it. And a disintegrating elastic band.
Excuse me,
But
I.
get all the pieces before
Small
it comes apart.
Yay. I haven't figured out the Latin for Jesus Christi Superstar yet.
Look at
Latin
that
for
shiny.
superstar.
So shiny.
Latin for superstar.
Superstar.
That's a good question.
I don't know.
You know, we could always
Well,
build
super
it,
is super,
folks.
actually, in Latin, because it means super is already a Latin word meaning top, like above.
It's true. That's true. So what's a star?
What is star in Latin?
Good grief, my radio is named Jesus. What? Did you say Jesus in your
You-
radio?
you-
What?
You say its name every morning when the alarm goes off. So I just
Stop
gotta cut a
setting it.
little strip off the end here, something a little workable, and then use a ruler to properly cut this. Ruler in the little cutting mat.
The cutting mat?
The cutting mat.
That's not what I heard. I heard cutting mat. You know, like a
The cutting
ship.
map. Jim Cuddy's map. To the map to Jim Cuddy's treasure. You know, from Blue Rodeo.
Speaking of blue,
Blue. I'm so
do
blue.
we have any blue vinyl? Or something that looks like waves?
We did get some blue vinyl from that order, right?
It's true. His name, goddammit. So do you want to, since you're on the outside there and
Looking in.
if Martin suddenly goes quiet and mentally disappears, he's looking into himself and
Being introverted.
he's gone for a while and
Introspective.
we won't see him mentally for ages and we'll
Yeah.
all
Going to
have a mock funeral for him.
figure
and
out where
we'll wake up
our
and-
sharp little blade went.
I have no idea where the sharp little blade went, Martin. I believe all of them were put in one drawer, except for the one that I use for polymer clay, which should not be put in that same drawer.
Yeah, that's the one that's out on the table right now, so it's not very sharp
You
to
guys
cut
are sharing
vinyl
your
with.
awesome content and come back
Okay,
with more
let's see if it's back in the drawer.
Oh, Vince,
Oh,
thank you.
here it is. It's actually by the laser.
You found it? Okay.
Or sorry, by the 3D printer.
You want to grab some blue vinyl while you're there?
Blue vinyl.
This vinyl sits.
She wore blue vinyl.
Really?
Sorry.
That's like serious S&M kinky. Wrong.
Yes.
Wrong, Martin. Just wrong.
Wrong. Do you want a light blue or a dark blue or a teal blue or a...
Well, what looks like that blue?
Oh, like that blue. One of those two.
Let's go later,
Let's go later.
because it'll be nice contrasty. And we don't have as much of this stuff as we do that stuff, so
That's true, yeah.
cut it the right size right off the bat, shall we?
Yeah, well, that we can do that. Roll's a little more manageable. And then we need a ruler.
It's a great sound.
I know. So I got to cross in front of frame. Need to get to a drawer. Now, is that the tube, or is that you? Crossing over again?
Martin, you should play a character of Elvis.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Please no. You could stand to hear some what? More of this? Or Martin singing?
So, do a little bit of math here. We are 5 inches, which is, it's pretty much going to be that whole thing and maybe a little bit more to go around. And that's a 12-inch roll,
Oh,
so
we
it's
have
going to
to
be
do
2
that
strips of that, yeah.
Yeah.
All right then.
Oh, wait, do you cut that one?
Do I
and we
cut
use
this
that
one?
one as a mold. As a pattern.
As a pattern.
As a thing.
A pattern.
Bang. A tang. A ting-a-tat. See, he says he could stand to hear. He could stand to hear some more, but didn't he say he had muted us? And
Wait a minute. Hey, you're right. He did.
He did. He did. So to make this layout easier, when you're done that, I'll put the sticky on the thingy thing, and you can cut this one.
Okay.
FT 2900. Never knew that was Latin. What? Then here's some more, Jacob, of Martin singing about blue latex or whatever.
Blue vinyl.
She wore a dress of blue vinyl. Yeah. Yeah, Martin's got his own issues. Video of you guys created the birds that tweet. Yes, yes, those were really good sellers. Way back when I did my first batch of those. What, 7-8 years ago?
Oh,
If
about
not
that, yeah,
longer?
yeah.
And then there was a gap where I didn't do any, and then I made some more, and those are the last 4 from that batch I made. I haven't been able to find the blanks anymore. So I found actually a few of the digibirds, which are the same kind of blank. And I thought, well, why not? I'll just paint over the digibirds. I found some on eBay, but they were like, what, $60 each?
They've skyrocketed like Beanie Babies.
Yeah. Well, apparently they discontinued the digibirds because people were buying them for little tiny kids, and they're not really, they're toys, but they're not toys. They're toys for like a 10-year-old, and not a little teeny kid. So the kids are putting them in their mouths and breaking their necks, technically. You know.
The birds, not the kids.
I unmuted you some time ago. Now I need to bounce for food. Bouncy, 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 fun, for fun, for fun.
Did you have a little sign when you're busking that says "We'll bounce for food"?
You gotta do that. You gotta do that. You gotta do the we'll bounce for food. You gotta do that. Nice. Well, keep in touch, mister. Everyone, share before you go. Share before you go. I can't see. Oh, there's the 171. Okay. Share before you go. Because with the sun thing that came up on earlier, Yaesu is a Japanese manufacturer of amateur radio
Yaesu.
receivers. And
Okay.
transceivers. Really? That I did not know, Red Eye. Night, night, dawn. Well, he probably won't sleep.
Little-
We have to remember, some of you guys are 3 hours behind us.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, because I think Dawn's planning on coming on later on, or has he just had it with today?
He's hapsed it today.
He's happy. He's not happy
Oh, he's...
for other for reasons unrelated to.
You get a different sound than I do.
I know.
But the vinyl's the same material.
Well, I've got a thick skull. Everyone keeps telling me about my thick skull.
He's not kidding.
All right, there's the gold. Hopefully, hang
Come
on.
a little closer.
Come a little
There we go,
closer.
that's
Why
fine.
is everything a song in our life?
Only in yours.
Oh. Can you create the tiki bird for old time's sake? I want to see how the
Tiki bird.
tiki bird.
Tiki bird? I am not sure about that terminology. Now, Martin, that's a tiny
It's a
bit
bit
tall.
wide. It's a bit wide. And
Yeah.
you just peeled it off, or is it?
Just a micro.
Yeah. All right. So I'll make sure this one is shorter. How's the edge look? The edge is good.
Actually, you know, it's if I get it under the lip.
Oh,
it
yeah.
works.
Just
Yeah,
sort of
do the
curl it up
same.
under the lip.
Go ahead, do the
Do the
same.
same. Do the same. Do it again. Victoria Yaesu, Kenwood, and ICOM. Okay.
Okay. So tiki bird, you mean the digibirds?
Oh, maybe yeah, Digibirds.
It's possible.
Typo, yeah.
Yeah, it's possible I fixed it. I have to find more blanks. That's the problem. I have to find more blanks, and they've shot up in price. So something that was costing us about $25 each are now costing $60 to $100 each.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
So, and there's a different version out there that's larger, but the larger size I don't like working with. It's not as much fun. I like the small little guys. They're a challenge. But yeah, the larger ones have also got like a moleskin, like
They're fuzzy.
they're fuzzy, and I can't do anything with
So I
fuzzy.
guess I'm gonna have to cut 2 of these, and we'll use the little strip for something else.
Yo, everyone, share. Yo, what?
Because that's not gonna be long enough to go around. It's narrower.
No.
It's shorter
Are
than
you
that.
able to cut that small to put another one up there?
I should be able to.
Yo, I like yo.
Yo, Adrian.
So when they discontinued them, because the bird I used were blanks, and then it's the same manufacturer, the same company. But yeah, they're discontinued, so now they're really super expensive. Okay, Martin,
Hmm.
darling.
Is it too wide? Too wide? Yeah, that's what I mean. It was just that's as long as I could get it out of that piece. So we have to cut a
Well-
little square.
Well, that, or you put something larger there, and that
Oh.
becomes the very front, because there's really no
Or
front
the very
back
back,
to this.
even.
No, you want to put something like gaudy obvious.
Gaudy obvious.
Yeah, like something
God.
dark and sinister. Because that's like a goth one right there. Or hello. No, I like yo. Yo. Yo, Adrian. Well, hold on. My plan was
Oh, I see.
the
Yeah.
leftover get recut for that.
Let's see. Yeah, let's see if it's
So
if it's too short or
don't
not.
cut more because we don't have much of
I
that
won't
stuff.
cut more.
But there's all the stones that
Good
that
grief.
didn't get put away right there.
Ah, perfect.
So you can use those.
What are we making now? We're finishing those little trays that we did the
Fucking
resin cast.
Pizza!
Detailing,
Christopher says pizza!
Pizza.
See, I wish the weather was better on February 14th, because then we could do it all from, apart. Well,
Hmm.
no, we need the computer to do.
Oh,
Well,
that's
no,
true. Yeah.
We're doing the story based on the sponsors. The sponsors are in the story.
That's true. So we're telling the story on the 14th.
Yeah.
We're not doing any contests
So,
or any picture-in-picture or
wish-
anything like that,
I
right?
wish the weather was better.
The weather was better.
Yeah. Because then we could actually go and do it out there.
More dark and scary.
We'll do the mash.
We'll do the monster mash.
The monster mash. Well, look at this one. It's kind of like it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
how I expected it to look, but isn't that kind of like gothic-y and kind of clumsy and
Mhm.
and there's these
Clunky and,
stones
yeah.
and taking pictures of these are gonna be fun. There's these stones inside. Pretty cool. What?
God obvious or gaudy obvious? Cut the damn thing 3 times and it's still too short.
That's the
I
point.
know, yeah, really. Yeah, Sunday's going to be -5 and cloudy, so
I am
we'll
not.
have to,
Not unless people pay me a lot of money.
that's true.
Hey, if someone sponsors us for like $100 a month, I will brave the weather for that. I will. But I'm gonna see if I can figure out the green screen thing. Damn it. Just trying to get this to work.
Eh.
Just trying to get this to work. Oh, that's a great blue. I love
It is a
this
nice blue. It's very vibrant.
And these vinyls are high grade vinyls, so they'll stick down.
Mm-hmm.
They'll stay
Yeah,
down.
once again, happy birthday, Harold. Everyone wish Harold a happy
Woo!
birthday.
Everyone, wish Harold chill there, Harold. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Harold. Happy birthday to you.
Want to do it again with chill?
And many more.
You look
No,
like
I
a
think we're-
monkey.
I
and
think
you're
we're
going
there.
to? He does look like a monkey sometimes. It depends.
May your birthday be full of honor.
There you go.
Kapla.
Yeah, I always kapla. It's just you
Kerplop.
guys. You realize with COVID
Yeah,
now,
I gotta just
Klingons
give
can't
it-
spit when they talk.
Oh, I know. Can you imagine? Oh my God! If the
Klingons-
coronavirus was on Kronos, that would be terrible. Oh, it's
Wear a mask. Wear a mask.
record number of cases of coronavirus on Kronos.
Kronos. Thanks. You're welcome. And still out on my kilt. Nice. Well, -5 Celsius isn't really cold. It's that wind chill factor that says it's -11 or 12 or 18. I mean, I think the coldest winter I ever did was like with the wind chill factor, something like -47 or something like that.
Something like that.
It was
yeah.
-40.
It was
but it was-
pretty
yeah.
cold. Did we have the leftovers? Yes, we did. We actually mixed the rice in. We made rice and tuna for lunch earlier today, and mixed the rice in with that.
Threw some veggies
And
in.
threw some veggies.
And then the leftover potatoes wound up in the goulash tonight. for
Yeah.
dinner.
Which
So-
was also enough goulash to have lunch tomorrow. You need that?
Ah, yes,
The universal symbol for scissors.
that's right.
Kind
but
of like the
this-
universal symbol for tape measure
It's still a universal symbol for a phone, though.
for phone, even though phones don't do that anymore.
Nope.
We're due for a big freeze here in Washington. Yeah, going to be single-digit Fahrenheit at night and teens in the and 20s. No kill here. Shrinkage would be like gender reassignment.
So
So
yeah,
is that long enough
so
to go around?
If
No, it's not.
well, once you cut it skin, once you
Oh, I
cut
can
it-
do 2 strips out of it, yeah.
Duh. Martin, I was proud of you.
I used to be so smart.
What happened?
I don't know.
What's wrong with you, dude? So we need 4 more new sponsors at $5 each
I can actually
in order
split this
to be
in half.
part of the story and make this happen.
Happen.
Happen, yes. Happenstance. Can you happen stand? See, I wish this particular sticker sheet gives you extra tails for her, but no extra mermaids. It's really a bummer.
It's weird, yeah. So you can dress your single mermaid up in different styles of tails, and there go. I noticed there's little bodices and stuff on there as well, and tops. But yeah, only one
For our
mermaid.
purposes, that's not going to work. Don't. That's about normal for there, yeah.
Ta-da!
2003 with the -30, etc. That's what aggravated a clogged artery. Oh, honey.
Oh, yikes.
Saved my life, so I like the cold. Oh, wow.
Oh. There you go.
Okay. South Carolina, Washington gets
South
cold and
Central
cold.
Washington? Yeah. About 1 month a year. Oh, I guess, yeah, South
true.
Central is sort of like up in the high desert, so it's a pretty extreme climate.
See, there was the one winter where I had to get materials because there was, Costume Con was coming up and Ad Astra was coming up and, I had to get things done and I didn't want to last second it. So I went fabric shop. I called the stores first to make sure they were open. And
I remember that, yeah.
we couldn't unbury the car. The car was so buried in snow. I couldn't get the car out. So I decided to hit transit and I grabbed my Doctor Who scarf, of course, like Doctor Who to the rescue. I grabbed my Doctor Who scarf and went shopping in my Doctor Who scarf, just wrapped myself in it. It was great how many people in transit are like, "Oh my God, you're Whovian, and that's brilliant." Well, hey, Canadians and Whovians, it goes hand in hand, man. It just goes hand in hand.
Hand in hand.
So that was a fun winter. And there was the time at the studio. That was also a materials trip. And we
Oh,
couldn't
yeah.
get the car out either.
The car was actually inside the studio, parked inside, and the snow built up so high up on the loading doors outside the studio that we could not get at the loading doors. It took us half a day just to dig the driveway by the loading doors out.
Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy. But that was the year they called in the military.
That
to
was
clean
the
up.
year that the city of Toronto called in the army, the Canadian Army, to help clear snow, and so it was kind
See,
of.
I
It
remember when I
seems
was-
like a kind of an embarrassment for the city, It's like, oh, yeah, we're world class city in an obvious, winter type climate, and we can't even get ourselves dug out of the snow.
Well, and on shoveling snow, Vince, when I was a kid, we would make a lot of money because, of course, there'd be snow days where they'd cancel school. And we would go out because all these executives would still have to go to work. All these types that had to go to work. And we would shovel them out. We would go out with cardboard so they can catch something to catch their tires on. And we'd grab all our shovels. And, as a group of kids, we would go out and dig people out. And then they would give us money, right? And back then, Pizza, a local pizza chain, had this, 30 minutes are free. Well, there's no way they could deliver in 30 minutes with all that snow.
Oh yeah.
So we would call them and basically say to them, so if you can deliver in 30 minutes, you got our money that we made shoveling snow. And if you can't, we split it between us.
The
And, yep.
Harold, yeah, the embarrassment of Mel.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, he's part of the reason why people like us moved to BC.
This is true.
Cause yeah, he put additional taxes on location shooting, and productions went, okay, bye. Your productions are everywhere. Let's make money off of them. Well, you already are. Don't
Mhm.
ruin it. So yeah, a lot of us went away for a while.
And then we came
It's backbreaking. Only shoveled my yard. You shoveled the sidewalk. I hope so. Actually, the lowlands, Kennewick,
Oh, Kennewick,
is
Washington,
in the
yeah.
hook where the Columbia River does an about face and heads for the coast. I'm only about
Oh,
300
okay.
feet elevation south of the river in Oregon. Altitude goes up really fast. Wow. Before it
Oh,
was
okay.
worse. Yeah.
Oh, well,
Yeah, but Ontario's got all these new tax incentives for productions, so we came back. Actually, we've heard some of the productions are starting to open up. They're not limiting their crews now. So Martin has been talking to the union to see if we can.
start
Yeah.
getting back in there, you know.
I'm more focused on him getting back in because now that we've got this online store, someone's got to maintain it. It doesn't mean I'm not going to be on set, but I am thinking of just, calling my background agent and seeing if they're starting up in any way, shape, or form again because
Well, they've got to be, yeah.
I would
I
love to
mean,
just hang around as a
productions
backgrounder for
are
a
out
while.
there and they're needing backgrounders.
Yep. Well, I
Oh,
noticed there's not as many big crowd scenes in the new seasons of everything,
that's true, yeah.
which is where most backgrounders make their money. But yeah, we got to get back to work. This is
Mm-hmm.
driving us crazy. You guys have been incredible, though, in helping our brains attempt to function, I guess is the words for it. Attempt
That's a
to
very
function.
good word for it, yeah.
Thank you. Apps doesn't recognize anywhere near me, so I had to say Spokane. That's not bad.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Spokane's a pretty little city.
Mm-hmm.
Must do
Let's see
safe
the sidewalk.
sidewalks, liability, and more. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
this place, oh my God. Sheet of ice outside, man. He is just an idiot. Oh my God. The number of times we've almost wiped out going out the front door.
Oh, I know, yeah.
So, Martin, are you close to getting in the studio, or do you have to talk to the union?
Gonna have to talk to the union.
Yeah. Yeah. And of course, once everything gets really, really, really busy, then I will walk away from some of the background work and go back to building on a more regular schedule. But I'm kind of liking the thought of just letting my brain do these creative little things and use up materials here, and kind of liking the thought of doing that. And Martin knows where to find me if he needs me.
Oh, yeah.
He knows I'm good at this stuff. Spokane is like Tacoma, but dirtier. Oh, come on. Hey, I liked hanging out.
Spokane's a fun little town. Love
Good
all
people.
all the stuff along the river.
And good people. Good people. It's got, every town has got to have good people, or it's just not worth it. It is. Oh, this is a bubble, so I'm going to put the bubble actually on top of the... Crashed too many times as opposed to...
Oh, yeah.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Once you chat with the union, can you give us a tour of the studio?
No. That would be a big no.
That would be permanently career ending.
Especially, like, for example, things like Star Trek Discovery. You have to sign so many non-disclosures to be able to be work on the show, and the studios are off limits to any visitors, and that includes video. They even see you with your phone out taking pictures of a set
Without direct permission.
without direct permission from the
You're fired.
your key. You're out. No
You're done.
questions asked. I've seen that happen so many times.
Which is why we don't have a lot of photos of some of the stuff we've done for various productions, because a lot of times it's out the door before you even get a chance.
Yeah. I mean, we can drive past the studios. We can show you the studios from the outside, but yeah, we'd never be able to go in. When we were in BC, when we were working on Stargate, we were able to, like, if we had a guest come from out of town, we could contact the production office and say, can we bring our friend over to see the sets?
Oh, don't be sorry,
Because
honey. Everyone asks.
Stargate was so well established at that point, it had been going for years. It's not like there were any secret sets or in there, and we still had the stipulation that our friends could not take pictures on set. You know, we could take very limited pictures of already established stuff, but you know, nothing gets posted or that sort of thing. So, yeah, it's
Yeah, it's only
it's a
for your
huge
portfolio.
it's a huge thing.
And even then, when you get stuff for your portfolio, you can't really put it online until after it airs. So you're always waiting.
Mm-hmm.
You're always waiting
Let's
and
see if I
waiting
can
and
find a
waiting.
couple more of those big bronzy ones.
But yeah, although, you know, do keep your eyes open. If you look for, what's Mario's last name?
The prop guy,
Yeah.
Mario Morera.
You look for Mario Morera and Discovery. He just did last season. He did a bunch of interviews with some on interview channels and
Online
stuff.
interview
But
channels.
he's
Yeah.
the prop master, so he's in charge of it all.
Yeah, those interviews were actually sanctioned by CBS. So
So he's the one that gets to do that kind of stuff. We get to go to. He doesn't care about conventions though, so we get to go to conventions and chatter on about how things are made. I may have to put some glue under behind some of these because they're lifting. Oh no, honey, everyone does it. Fired on the spot.
Yep.
Yeah, everyone asks. Martin and I are so used to it.
not to worry.
Not a problem. Not a problem. You are just as incredible as everyone else. I know it sounds, that's a whole, you know, you're all unique.
I'm not.
It's the same kind of thing. Star Trek events. Yeah, you see, it's, you know, that's why we've got our reels and stuff. But you notice all that stuff is like seasons ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
Like
recent.
the stuff we
Now,
worked on a couple of months ago for Discovery.
if
We're
you-
not going to be able to show that at least until the end of this year or next year.
And hopefully I don't lose the files again because I've been doing that too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm such a disaster lady. Hey, I had a little tiny shell, and oh, there it is. But if you come and visit, and production is on, or it's between seasons, but we have to go in, it usually takes nothing to basically say, hey, listen, we're going to bring a friend in. They're visiting from out of town. That's why some of our friends have pictures of us, on set with them on Stargate,
Mm-hmm.
because they were in town at that perfect time. And yeah, we just popped by set, and those pictures can be taken because those are sets that have already been aired and stuff. And we still ask that no one does anything until. And wait a
Mhm.
year before you go and put it on your social media. But we've got a lot of friends who have pictures of stuff from Stargate because, yeah, they just visited at just the right time.
Mm-hmm.
But studios are also starting to crack down more and more and more, which is kind of a little bit disheartening because they have very strict reasons why they're doing this. So
Mm-hmm.
it's hard on us too, honey. It's okay. It's perfectly all right.
Yep.
I didn't
Not
know
to worry.
that you can get fired from. Oh yeah, you can get fired
Yep.
from a lot of things. Oh my God, there's this one guy that was working on one at Disney Tomorrowland, and he was with one of the other shops. This is back in BC, and he put
Or roll of paper somewhere.
photos up of some castings, some of the stuff, some like mold castings,
Pardon me?
and not only had Tomorrowland not aired yet. When it comes to Disney, you have to wait for that
Yeah.
final
Hadn't been
permission.
in theaters yet. Yeah.
Yeah, so he got fired. Especially since he also claimed that all that work was his. That was another faux pas.
Mhm.
It wasn't what he was brought in to do. Was just finishing, and yeah, it wasn't finishing. That was other people's work. So yeah, he got fired. Happens all the time. I've seen
It does.
backgrounders get fired from set just because they had
Oh,
their
we saw.
cell phones.
We were doing work on a location shoot for The Handmaid's Tale,
That's right.
and they were
She was
doing
fired
some
so
drone
fast.
footage. So they were doing a lot of aerial shots using a camera drone, and yeah, this one of the backgrounders was there with her cell phone recording the camera drone, and yeah, right away
Walked
the
right underneath
third
it.
AD walked up to her, and
She walked right underneath it.
She walked right under
away
it.
from the other backgrounders. Walked right underneath the darn thing. And these are huge drones. These are not the kind
This
of
is-
things
it's like a
you buy at a corner store. This thing could take your head off.
weighs like 100 pounds. You know, it takes two people to bring it off the truck and get it set up. It's got like HD or 4K cameras on it and all that sort of thing,
Yeah,
right?
she got fired so fast.
Yeah. Third AD walked up to her, asked her to delete the file from her phone, and then promptly
her off set.
escorted her off set.
Yep. Brought her back to holding where they took her costume and yep, she did not get paid that day.
No.
And whether or not she'll ever get a gig again will be dependent upon her agent. Whether or not
Yeah,
he
it
can
really
convince
will.
it, she's no longer a risk. Yikes, yeah. Do you do costumes? Have you seen?
Bridgerton. Heard of Bridgerton, haven't seen it. We only really make costumes for ourselves now. We used to make costumes like back in the late 90s. We were making costumes for other people doing commissions. And you just get, people are so picky, they can't decide what they
Don't
want.
love their
and
bodies.
they don't love their bodies. They don't understand their bodies.
We'll do armor.
Sometimes. Yeah, we're happy to do armor.
Armor and armor pieces. That's something that we love doing. Or we'll do pieces, like we'll do like this symbols and emblems and stuff like that, and if you want to do the rest. For us, if it's the whole thing or part of it, it's a happy thing for us. We're not we don't have to make your whole outfit type thing. But yeah, we stopped sewing for people. It was too much. Way
Yeah,
too much.
Bridgerton's big period show, isn't it?
There's a lot of historical costumers out there, especially,
Mhm.
Renfest. And I highly recommend, as much as we want the business, I do
Mhm.
highly recommend that if people want stuff made, find the people who have lost a whole year's worth of Renaissance Festival
Oh yeah.
and give them some of your business. Look up Fairy Lolly, Lolly.
Fairy Princess Lolly?
Fairy
Yeah.
Princess Lolly. She always interviews people who are vendors and stuff at Ren fairs, and she'll help you find the right person. She's really good at that.
Mm-hmm.
I may know who she is because she's in.
Right, yeah, right. Because
She's in
she's in
Washington.
she's in Spokane area.
Yeah,
I think
in
she's
Washington
actually
State.
in Spokane, isn't she? Or
I don't
can't
know.
remember.
I think she's closer to Seattle. So when someone asks for custom, do you guys have to measure that person? Well, it depends. Like, I mean, if it's armor, we can send you instructions on how to make a casting, and you can mail the casting to us.
Mhm.
If you want something that custom, like say a face mask or a prosthetic, we'll tell you how to cast your face. However, most things are just basic measurements.
Mhm. And it really depends too if we're doing something for someone locally or if we're doing something for someone other side of the country.
Everett? Oh yeah, okay.
Everett, yeah.
That sounds right. I keep losing track of everyone.
Of Everett one. Huh?
Martin. But yeah, there's only so much you can do by mail. We've had people who are like, oh, this armor doesn't move as well, or this armor this, or this armor that, or fits weird. Well, that's because, the best thing to do is to do a casting. But people aren't going to be able to afford to mail the casting. But we'll walk them through heating it up, and like we have these really beautiful hats for our pirates that cost us a fortune. But you invest in your business, and yeah, they weren't 100% perfect. And he says, oh, I'll send you the stretcher, and he sent us this metal thing that just partially stretches them out, and you're really careful with it. And we've been thinking of because you're measuring your head, and you kind of, he's hoping that you're getting it on the exact right spot.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're thinking of doing another casting of our heads, because we left our head castings behind in BC. Because, well,
Our blockheads.
blockheads, they were old, and they were kind of crumbling anyway.
Is that plaster casting? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we would be doing.
It's cheap, it's easy, it's quick.
Just don't let that get around.
I didn't say I was cheap and easy.
Yeah.
Quick. I said the process. Jeez, really? Ears are finicky, though.
Because ears are such a unique shape, right? It's got so many little undercuts and.
Faces are pretty easy. Like, for example, if you said you wanted a custom mask for your face to fit your face beautifully, and you want like a dragon or an animal nose or something like that, you can do a lot with paper mache. It'll take me a while because each layer has to completely dry. But yeah, I would say, listen, do a very shallow casting of your face. I tell you how to do it, and you send me that in the mail if you've got the extra money, and I will make you a I will take the plasticine and I will make the face first on your face, and then I will do the paper mache part, and then you will have a mask that fits you. But yeah, most of the times it's just a matter of how big is your face.
Mhm.
Can you guys create a casting of your heads and compare to your real heads versus casting heads?
Oh yeah, I mean, that's when we did. Actually, when we did Christina's, that was an interesting one because it was a full head cast, like shoulders up, the whole head, and it's an amazing likeness. Like we put the bald cap on, right, to tuck the hair inside so that you don't get the hair cast, and yeah, it's very kind of creepy likeness because it's all one color, right? Because it's a plaster or cement
I
casting.
want to use cement
Eyes
for
are
that one.
closed, and it's very tricky. You got to work very carefully around the nose and
What
the
if I wanted a
eyes.
predator mask? I don't think we have to be that accurate to your face. If you want to make sure
That's true.
that
Yeah.
everything around the eyes and everything is accurate to your face,
Hmm.
and then yeah, we highly recommend that you send us a casting or something. But measuring for something like that that's really big and kind of expressive and stuff, it's really easy to do on like a styrofoam head if it's as wide as yours. Because this
Hmm.
is the big
Get some
here
basic
and here.
measurements, and we can basically jury rig something that's a matching, or just a close size.
But yeah, it's not impossible, honey. We can do it. Now, how long it takes to make the positive of it
Hmm.
is going to have to be estimated in order to decide or figure out how much it would cost. How do you do casting in the head carefully because you feel claustrophobic? And I'm serious. The best thing to do is to get something like an alginate. That much alginate becomes very expensive. So if you don't want to spend that money, which at the time we didn't, um, just plaster and plaster bandage, Vaseline, and again, guys, we are not that
Not
kind
that
of
kind of
bright.
burn. Oh, I see where you went there. I totally did glazed over that.
Someone fell asleep.
I didn't need at least 2 bald caps.
Um, but yeah, basically all your hair gets put underneath the bald cap, or even a swim cap if you don't care how actually accurate it is. If you're not doing like flat prosthetics on a shaved head, then yeah, we'll just get a cheap swim cap or something from the dollar store or the cheapy store, as long as your hair is protected. And you very carefully
Yeah.
plaster the back first, not the front.
Oh yeah, always start from the back of the head.
So you plaster the back first, you let it basically dry, you make sure you create a ridge halfway, you take the Vaseline, because you have to let that plaster dry, you take the Vaseline, you rub it on the edge, and then you plaster the front second. And the last space you should ever plaster is around the nose and the mouth, because you have to leave this open. People would stick straws up their noses in order to leave it open, but that warps the positive. So yeah, and then you take the front and the back off, you separate them, and then you attach them together, you put them together, and you plaster the seam together so it stays together. You flip it upside down, and you Vaseline the inside like mad. Some people Vaseline it before they put it together, and then Vaseline some more, because you don't want it to get stuck to it.
Hmm.
And then you pour the other material in, the plaster, whatever, and then you crack that seam. And some people just clamp the seam, but then you have to be careful. You have to get something really tight to clamp. There's a whole
Mhm.
bunch of different ways you can do it.
Yep.
You have to seal it up. You pour it in. You let it completely set. Remember, that's a solid mass. So it's going to take longer to set because that
Mhm.
core has got to set all the way through.
Mhm.
So you leave it for about a day. And then you
Yep.
just undo the whole thing and you pull it apart and you've got the positive. With
Mhm.
Martin, the only materials we had left for his positive was...
We did mine a couple of
was-
years before we did yours,
Oh
right?
yeah,
So at
was
that time,
the resin,
yeah, we
the
used
fiberglass resin.
we used the fiberglass resin, and mine was just the face, so it was from the ears forward. So I'm gonna put little ones in between.
Those almost
Over.
disappear up there.
They almost do, yeah.
That's okay.
That'd be fine.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So this is clogged up. Where'd the big needles go? The ones I used to...
the T pins actually are the best thing, aren't they?
Well, no, I
We
was
might
using the
have-
big straight needles.
There might be one over here in the desk drawer.
I did
But-
1.5.
For mine,
Nice segue, guys. Thank you.
the not that kind of broadcast.
Because when I watch Mission Impossible, it's interesting how the plaster a face of somebody. Well, exactly. But you got to be careful because you don't want anyone to feel claustrophobic. Now, there was one somewhere
That was dedicated to.
that was dedicated to this. Well, I guess we now have
Who
another
knows?
one dedicated
Another one
to it.
dedicated.
Let's not use them all up, shall we?
No. So mine was done just from the ears forward, right? And
Well, this is it. We didn't get enough Vaseline into his eyebrows and his eyelashes.
and my eyelashes. And this was the funniest part about it. So when we pulled the plaster mold off my face, I could feel it opening, like pulling my eyelids. I'm thinking, oh wow, this is very uncomfortable. But okay, just keep pulling, make it quick. And pulled it off, and we looked in the mold, and the mold had the roots of a whole bunch of my eyelashes in it. And we thought, oh great, okay, well yeah, whatever. We're just
And
gonna...
your eyebrows. Some of your
and
eyebrows.
some of the hairs from my eyebrows, right? So then we only had fiberglass resin in order to make the mold. So we poured that to make a positive out of fiberglass resin, and that got really superheated because we overcatalyzed it. So we had to run that out in the backyard, and
was smoking.
it was smoldering, but it went off. It went off okay. And then when we demolded that, pulled that apart, the fiberglass resin positive of my face actually had my eyebrows and my eyelashes in it.
Yeah, the hairs transferred back.
They
into the
transferred
positive.
back.
So he actually had facial hair in his positive.
It's a big ouch. Yeah,
Yeah.
It was very uncomfortable. It was basically like almost getting a wax job on your eyelashes.
But he survived.
I survived that. Look at me now.
Yeah, let's
Didn't
not do
aff-
that.
didn't affect me much at all.
Now, Martin.
But I'm okay.
And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to stick some glue underneath these stickers so I don't have to lift them up, put them back, and lift them
Oh,
up,
yeah.
put them back.
Oh, just do little dabs.
Just, yeah, wherever it's bending. Just
Mhm.
underneath. Because that's where they're going to pop
I
off. is
think
on the
I should
bend.
try to do a similar thing. Well, because the next stones I'm going to be putting on are really, really small. Gorilla Glue is a great super glue. Gorilla
Should
makes
have more
all kinds of-
Vaseline line. Yeah, we just didn't get enough in there.
Yeah, no,
We didn't lose all his eyebrows, thankfully.
that would have been weird. No eyebrows, no eyelashes. You know, this hairless face. Because I didn't have any facial hair at the time either.
That's true.
That's those were back in the years when I was doing data, and we were making this mold so that we could start sculpting a Klingon forehead for my Klingon character that we were planning on doing,
Those were
like a Brazilian wax, but Canadian. Exactly.
And it cost us less.
It did.
Oh, this glue
Alright.
stinks, but boy, does it work.
Mm-hmm.
When they pulled the plaster off your face, Martin, did you start feeling something isn't right? Here, when they were pulling your eyelashes and
Yeah,
eyebrows?
literally,
Yeah,
I could feel
by
my
the way,
eyelids.
the they
being
was
pulled.
me.
Yeah, it was Christina. I could feel my eyelids being pulled
I had
open.
mixed feelings. I
And
had
wasn't it
mixed feelings.
our cat at the time?
She
really
attacked you
freaked
when
out.
we did me.
Oh, that's right. She attacked.
Because remember,
your
I
first.
was done twice. My
Yeah,
first one was just
your
my
face.
face.
The first one was just a face. So we had basically, when we did each of us, right, we were basically lying on the floor with a cushion behind our head and with a towel, right, so we didn't get any plaster or anything on the cushion, and so we would let gravity work with us, right. So when I was doing her face, this was before we did the full head casting. I was doing her face and I was plastering over her. Our cat at the time, Kira, was very attached to Christina. Very basic story. Christina rescued her at her birth from suffocating of the afterbirth.
I was
so
mummy.
she was mummy. She was the first thing Christina imprinted, or Christina was the first thing she imprinted on. And so here I am. Christina's lying on the floor, and I'm basically smothering her face with plaster of Paris, and Kira just did not know what was going on, and she actually started going after me. She was a little bit emotionally unstable anyway because she had some brain damage from almost being suffocated at birth. But
Of course, I
yeah,
couldn't
it was
see anything. I could hear it, but what was
Christina could
going
hear
on,
what was
but
going on. It's like what
couldn't
is
see
what is
anything.
going on there?
How many is a Brazilian anyway? Oh, yeah.
It was
Kira was a
interesting.
very special one. Kira
She was our
definitely-
first little baby. She was my first house cat because before that it was just the pets on the farm and they weren't allowed in the house. And she was our first cat together.
Remember when she fell out the window? She was practically newborn.
Oh yeah, she was about 3, 4 weeks old, sitting in the third floor, second floor,
Second floor.
second floor dining room window
My mom's
at her
place.
mom's place because she was born to her mother's cat, and she decided she wanted to chase after a butterfly that flew past the window. So she jumped to grab the butterfly and then suddenly plummeted.
It was a cartoon moment.
It was a cartoon moment. Yeah, it really was. And we're like, oh, jeez. And she plummeted down. We looked out the window, couldn't see her anywhere. So we went running outside, running down, and looking around the area, looking in the gardens around the wall, and I couldn't find her anywhere. And finally, we heard this tiny little squeaky mew coming, and realized that there's a window well for the basement, like one of those little corrugated metal window wells, right, to allow light into
Full
the
of
sunken
leaves.
basement window, and it was full of leaves and full of cobwebs. It was like buried almost up to the top with leaves. She had plummeted through it, so the leaves kind of broke her fall. She was absolutely unscathed, but when we finally dug her out, she was just covered in cobwebs and looked so bedraggled and so miserable.
Yeah, her little baby.
Ouch, yeah.
I didn't think
Uh,
Kara the cat was rescued. Kira.
Kira.
K-I-R-A.
K-I-R-A. And
Shit.
everyone's like, oh, we didn't realize you named your cat after the character from Deep Space Nine. It's like, no, we didn't. Deep Space Nine hadn't even come on air yet when we got Kira. She was named after the Gelfling in the Dark Crystal.
Because she had that face. And so little fur at first. Her fur and her face, and just took so long to grow in. It didn't grow in at first. So she did. She looked like a gelfling. Which we thought was awesome. Yeah, she was quite the personality. that
Mm-hmm.
one.
Possibly several. We actually get a baby rabbit from our window well. Yeah, and this is it. The window wells are just they're treacherous for small animals.
They're animal magnets.
Animal magnets.
Well, it's when
Animal
they
magnetism?
get full of leaves, they can't tell that there's something there.
Yeah.
But it's
like
not
a
like
pit
she
trap.
had a choice. Like she fell from that window, so.
Had a special kitty once. Little dummy would wait for me on the back of the couch. He'd walk right off the back when I came through the door. Just no concept that, wait a minute, this is at a different elevation than everything around me. Do you guys have a picture of our rescued cat? I don't know if we have anything online at the moment.
Online.
Somewhere, yeah.
There's a photo album with all the kitties in it up to a certain point. Because I put them all in a separate album. So that's somewhere in the boxes in the storage locker. God,
Oh.
if anything ever happened to that storage locker, I would be devastated.
Oh, I know. I mean, we've got insurance for the contents, but that's not capable of replacing.
Day after day, clunk. Oh no.
Oh, I think it's funny when cats have those duh moments, you know.
I think it's funny how they sit there and they just knock things casually off the.
Oh yeah, because cats are jerks.
They are. They're
We love them
adorable
anyway.
jerks. Yeah. Ooh,
They don't give
yeah.
us a choice but to love them. You know, they're intentionally cute to
Is that how
lull
it
us
works?
into a false sense of security or something along those lines.
So,
I don't know.
so everyone, if you have not shared on your profiles, please do so.
Why do I keep dropping them?
Because they're small.
They're small and they're half round, so they kind
Well,
of.
where are my tweezers?
Your tweezers.
Yes, my tweezers. You know, the nice set
Oh.
that I got to
Ah,
deal
yes,
with
yes,
all the
yes,
little
yes, yes.
stones.
Oh, those. They're
Those,
probably
yeah.
probably over here. From the last time we were dealing with small stones. Here they are.
Yeah. Did you have a dog? I have never had a dog, but Martin did.
Yeah.
My mother was definitely not into dogs. She felt that they were too much responsibility and the kids would never take care of them. But Martin did. Martin had a dog.
Yep. Yeah, I remember when we were doing that little set of
I don't know if
pictures
Jazzy was
of.
there.
Was that?
I don't know if Jazzy was there that day.
Oh.
Cat chasing the butterfly before she was falling to the second floor. Well, she's a cat, and she was partially suffocated at birth, so she was a bit of a slow cat. Like
She was
there was oxygen to
special.
the brain that was, yeah, there was oxygen in the brain that was cut off when she was born. So there were some things that she just couldn't learn.
Yeah, it'll work.
And she would get upset all the time so easily. If my sister ever came over to visit, she would attack her.
She was
did
very
not like my
overprotective.
sister at all. So my sister couldn't come over. But that's okay. I was fine with that.
Well, you know, sisters.
Yes, not all sisters are, you know,
Are created equal.
are as bonded as people think.
Makes me wonder if my sisters ever were like that. Because they seem to get along quite well.
I will
But
never
as
get along with you.
as youth, you know, as kids and as teens, what were they like?
I don't know. That would be interesting to find out.
Anyone that would be able to honestly tell me
We come through the door.
is no longer with us.
In air, like Wile E. Coyote up a cliff. Well, yeah, that was Kira that day with the butterfly. She just whoop.
Yeah, it's almost like her head stayed for a moment while the rest of her body dropped, and then that little poof of smoke.
Another cartoon moment before the cat was able to fall. Yes, about to fall. Yes. We can all see it in our head, can't we? It's just like
Yep.
that moment of look on their face that
A little sign that says "Yikes,
that's right.
mother."
The cats survive, you know, pretty much. I mean, they can really fall from high distances and still
Oh yeah.
be good on their feet.
I still remember the one little video. It was a news story about a cat that went up a hydro pole on a farm,
Oh,
and the fire department was called to get the cat because the cat was like perched right at the top of this fire pole, or this hydro pole, like 40 feet up in the air. And so they called the fire department to try to bring the cat down. So they brought the ladder truck, and as they're bringing the ladder truck up and extending it to the top of the pole for the firemen to go and get the cat decides, nope, I'm not having any of this, and jumped
oh my God.
from the top of this 40-foot pole. And you just see this cat sailing through the air, midair, from 40 feet up, hits the ground and bolts, runs like heck, just absolutely totally survived the jump.
Nice.
And ran, and the news story never followed up on what happened with the cat, but it
it was
certainly
fine.
looks like it was fine.
Well, did you hear about the cat that had extra? Like, I mean, I heard about this when I was a kid.
Oh, that's
They'd grown. This cat had grown extra flaps of skin on its back, and it figured out that if it could go up to the top of the barn, it could jump and glide down. So
Like
it
a
would
flying
do this,
squirrel.
Like, yeah, it would do this at nighttime, and it would just freak out the chickens. And the farmer kept coming out trying to figure out what this noise was and what this problem was. Unfortunately, the worst part about the story is the farmer did wind up shooting this thing because all he saw was this shadow jumping off the top of his barn.
Yeah, I
And,
thought it was some kind of a bat or something,
well, something. And it was spooking his chickens, and that's all he cared about. And yeah, he unfortunately shot it. There was all these photos in the newspaper of this,
Yeah.
you know, dead cat with holding out the extra bits of skin.
Like El Chupacabra, with wings.
But it had fun. It was gonna have fun. This cat was like, I'm special. I'm getting glue on my fingers. I am so bad at this. I swear I get more glue on me than I do the projects I'm working on. I'm one of those. I have
Yeah.
lost track of where I started. Is this problem with circular things? I have a friend with a cat named Jerky, Mick Jerkface.
Jerky
Anyone that came
McJerkface.
into their house is at first greeted, then attacked, repeatedly for the rest of the visit. Most territorial feline I've ever seen. And you haven't met Kira.
Yeah, no, Kira was a lot like that too. We were really the only two that she would get along with.
So when you heard that small meow from Kira, and hope Kira was okay, and hope there weren't any broken bones. Exactly, and she was just fine. Cats have 9 lives. I swear some of them have 90. And we're just missing the 0. I can't tell which one I haven't done yet. Some of these are just doing fine on their own without...
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've gone around and I've forgotten some of these species look
So
the
you've
same.
re-glued them 6 times.
Yeah,
Cats have 9 lives. Yeah. Oh, big time.
So everyone, if you wouldn't mind sharing, that would be great. We still need a few more sponsorships at $5, and the Lord of the Rings stories will be told. I think I've gone all the way around. This blue shark kind of blends in with the blue, unfortunately. But it works. Ah, no, I almost stuck my thumb to it.
Don't do that.
No, if I do, it won't
Never
be
do
on purpose. I
that.
swear it
Yeah,
won't
really.
be on. Here you can buy this tray, this fancy tray for your daughter, you know, who is a big, huge mermaid collector, and you get Christina's thumb with it too.
That's right. Or at least the thumbprint. Right?
Do you guys do daylight savings time up there? Yes, we
Yes.
do. Yes, we do. Although there was a discussion that was going to change.
That they were going to get rid of that whole thing
But it-
throughout Canada, right?
Yeah, but it hasn't yet. I say we got so used to it, if you get rid of it now, it's just going to be.
Mm-hmm. Put that on the top.
I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah.
Just make sure you get it centered or it'll look weird.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want it to look weird.
Never want it to look
We don't
weird.
want it to look weird, unless we intend on it looking weird.
Intentionally off-center. I guess there isn't a bigger, because that's a big one, but it's black. There isn't a bigger one. I guess that one, that size is good.
Of that pearlescence, there might be in the container, but not out here.
Yeah, well, take a quick peek.
Yep, I did it.
You
I
got
got Gorilla Glue on my fingers.
Gorilla Glue on your fingers?
1, 2, and 3 are now going to have those dry little patches that feel uncomfortable. Carlin said you can pick your finger, but never finger your...
You can pick your friends and you can pick your nose, but just don't pick your friend's nose while they're not looking.
Make sure you do it while they're looking.
I guess it's hard. Otherwise, you're kind of sneaking up behind them, and it's like that brings a whole new image to the whole the reach around thing. Okay, now we're really getting into the innuendo.
Whee! Because, you know,
We're not that kind of broadcast.
That's much better, Martin.
Thank you.
That was much, much better. That was much better.
I feel much better now.
Oh, good. Bring me that one. This one. Yeah, just want to do something to the top.
You can prick your finger but never finger your. That's right. Prick your finger but never finger your Italian suppositories.
Sorry, what? What direction are we going?
I
now?
don't know.
Ah!
That's rather changed a lot since you guys lived in that city for a long. Oh yeah, I mean coming back 18 years later, the number of new condos that are up everywhere, like downtown, is like completely changed.
Not
And
completely.
well, a lot. Okay,
Martin
it's
didn't
changed
grow
a
up
lot.
here, can you
It's
tell?
changed a lot. Yeah, well, this is it. But I spent 14 years in Toronto before we moved out to BC.
Yeah. Put that back over there.
Oh, innuendo. That's what you mean. Italian suppository. But which one? What?
Put it back down.
That go back over there?
Okay.
Go back over there? Go back?
Yeah.
Zip
Zip
it. Zip it. Yeah.
Purple rose?
Yeah. Purple Rose of Texas? No, that's not right.
That's something else
That's
altogether.
not right, yeah. Purple Rose, no, that's not right
Nope.
either. Wait. I'll get this.
Wait, yeah. Wait. Wait. He's gonna wake up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Purple rose, purple. Ah, I got it now. Jeez. Really, honey? Are we gonna sleep tonight? Can we please sleep
Oh,
tonight?
we gotta sleep. We so gotta sleep.
Ugh. Okay.
Hey, sticky?
Yes. Can we
Sticky.
make sure that doesn't get put somewhere else?
Yes, let's keep it
Because
with the
it's now
glues.
gooey.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose more than
Gooey and gluey. Huey, Gooey, and Gluey.
What? The Sticky Brothers?
That's right. Yeah.
Innuendo.
That's right.
There are some words in the
Suppositories.
English language that are awesome. Innuendo is one of them.
Because it's Latin.
Because it's Latin, that's right. Latin's an awesome language.
How much English language comes from Latin?
English, French,
Yeah.
German.
I was like, oh yeah, because we were trying to figure out superstar, right? So because you have sub and super, right? Lower and
higher.
higher, right?
Yeah.
Which are both Latin words.
You guys always make me smile. See you guys chat and build things. Got Martin that has a prince in his head while he sings Purple Rose.
I got way too many things in
Martin,
my
go
head.
bye-bye. Please stand by while Martin reboots his system.
Okay, I'm good. So yeah, I
Do
still
you
need to
remember
find
the pip
something.
commands?
Pip commands, yeah. I need to find something to fill that gap.
Which gap?
The gap
Oh,
that
the
the gold
gap.
didn't reach.
Not the gap in between your ears?
Fill
or
the
over
gap,
their
yeah.
teeth? Okay.
Boop. Like that line skipper, the skipper in Gilligan's Island. You know, Gilligan, there are three kinds of space: the space up there, the space down there, and the space between your ears.
I like how off camera he's like,
Yeah, here I'm gesticulating off camera because I don't want to be gesticulating on camera.
Yeah, that's one of those words that, yeah.
That's another one, yeah.
It's another one of those words. Damn, there's a lot.
Gesticulating, masticating. All perfectly innocent words, except us with our dirty little brains, the human race.
We can turn anything into wrong. We can seriously turn anything into wrong. English doesn't borrow from other languages. It mugs them in a dark alley, goes through their pockets for loose grammar.
Exactly. I love that
Since
phrase.
you
I
have
love
Prince
that
in your
statement.
head, Martin. Uh-oh, ready?
Uh-oh.
Since you have Prince in your head, Martin, you've got to sing Purple Rose Prince style.
Oh. Purple rose, purple rose.
Nah,
Not quite, no.
you're not a
I'm,
Prince voice.
I'm better at Bowie.
You're much better Bowie voice.
You remind me of the Babe.
Regurgitating. Yes. Over and over again. Main reason I didn't have children. I didn't want regurgitation. I know, right? I can't wait until the earbuds come because then we can do this with you guys much easier. Much, much easier.
Hmm.
We have an inclination here.
An inclination?
Yes. There has been no statement as to which the inclination is in reference to.
An inclination or a declination?
Inclination.
An inclination.
An inclination.
Things are looking up.
Apparently. But we have no reference point as to what the inclination is referring to.
I see.
Yes. Yes, we just have a random inclination. A completely random inclination. Eventually we will figure out what it is from and for.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't really know what to put in an empty space. I'm just tempted to cut a little piece of that gold vinyl.
And put another one of these stones in there?
And just put another one of those stones there, yeah.
All right, if you want to give up.
Yes, I do. I want to simplify.
If you want to give up.
Listen to her.
I won't
No,
stop
no,
you.
no guilt there. You know.
No, just,
You know, I thought better of you, but you know,
yeah, I
if
did.
you want to give up,
I did. If you want to give up, you know, it's your God-given right.
wow.
How long does the ears take to create? Well, since we haven't done it in many
scissors, please?
many years. You want these?
Yes,
You want these?
I want these, please, please, and thank you. Super hardware. Thank you, Harold.
Hang on.
Hang on.
Go.
Mhm.
Boom, 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 boom. For all you periscopers, you get it. Reach, Martin!
Reach for the sky.
I swear they're giving us super hard awards just to see you.
Just to see me reach.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a bit of a reach.
Because if I was wearing a V-neck top, it would be to see me reach. But I'm not.
You're
So,
not.
you know, my reaching isn't as exciting. Well, not for me.
I reach.
That should autocorrect. That's okay. Oh yeah, how long does the ears take to create? It depends. Like, I mean, it's been a very long time since we've done it, and it's whether or not we can get the materials we want to be able to get. Because if tomorrow, if damn it, my brain just went blank. I want to say warehouse plastics, but that's something else. And I've got all the names of the stores in Vancouver
In
stuck in my
BC,
head
still stuck in our heads. Yeah, same here. Sculpture Supply.
Sculpture Supply. If they have the right materials tomorrow, we'll go get it, and it'll be a little more money, but it'll be done right. It'll take less time. If they don't, well, it'll take a little more time. It won't be as accurate, but that's okay, as long as it's close enough. You're still here. Go home. It's over.
What? Look, listen, Ferris.
Tried to spell nictitation. Oh,
Oh.
okay. Oh, that's what you were trying to
Nick
spell?
dictation.
And
Blinkety,
it's
blinkety,
spelled
blinkety, blink.
correctly? It's spelled correctly.
Because most common phone dictionaries will not have
Time is fine.
things like Nick dictation in it.
Well, that's true. Well, it's like it's a pain
They
in the
it'll
butt.
autocorrect it to blink.
It's a real big pain in the butt when you're Canadian. You spell still like especially our generation. You spell like a Brit.
Hmm.
So things that are normally Z, you're doing with S's.
Yeah, and we use color is spelled COLOUR. Yeah.
And these keyboards only give you two options: American English or French Canadian.
Yeah,
So if you picks French Canadian, it puts like accent, goose, and
all the little
graphs and
accents
these
and
on the tops of everything, and it's just like
and tildes and umlauts
How is it
and
that Martin's microphone is louder for once, and we get to hear heavy breathing? What? Am I heavy breathing again? I didn't even hear.
Look,
What's yours
I
on?
am your father.
I'm on 10. Am I just
What?
talking louder than you tonight?
That's not like you.
It's not like me.
Are
Usually
you
I'm so
broken
soft.
again? I don't know. Maybe it's because he keeps walking off camera. You can hear him more than see them. So your brain fills in the gaps. What numbers are you looking for today?
37.
I
There's a 37 around here somewhere. I don't know.
told you.
37. I'm not
I told
old.
you- No, I told you leave 37 alone. He's having his time.
Oh.
He's having a moment.
Okay.
Just let 37 go, okay?
Okay.
Just okay. Okay.
Okay.
Feel better. Okay.
So English with a bad Maurice Chevalier
We're looking
accent.
for
Yeah.
four more sponsors at $5 each
Yep.
before the 12th.
And
sooner
16
the
more
better.
viewers
And how
for
many more
tonight.
viewers?
16 more views for
16
tonight.
more
Yeah.
viewers tonight. So
And
English with
as-
a bad Maurice Chevalier accent, yeah.
I don't actually have my volume. My mic gain is lower than hers.
You're having breathing for a change?
Maybe. I know my nose is a
See,
little
for
bit
me,
stuffed
when
up, so
my-
you're
when my-
picking that up.
When
Yeah.
my anxiety kicks in, you guys can tell because
Mhm.
of where the mic is. If I put the mic all the way out here, you won't be able to tell as much. But because I like my mic close to my mouth, so I can drop my voice and not worry about it. But because of that, that's the anxiety. That's my chest tightening up on a
Yeah.
fairly regular basis lately.
Views, you
We'll get
knucklehead.
there.
Yeah, well, this is it,
We'll get
views.
there.
But yeah, so another 16 views because we want 250. Actually,
Actually,
it's another 12
yeah.
views now, isn't it?
His
200
volume
yeah,
is
we're
not higher than
238.
mine. Mine's at 11.
This thing goes to 11.
Well, no, hold on.
Actually, it goes up to like
What does it go up to? We never tested.
20 something.
Okay,
20.
20. It goes up to 20.
No, she's super loud.
Is that better? I can whisper.
Phone died. Funny
That's
cat
better.
report on the
I'll go back to
Global
11.
YouTube channel. Man doing a Zoom meeting with a judge got a cat face stuck over his during the talking for him.
Nice.
You show
Nice.
248. Now 248 is the views plus, like for you, from your perspective, it's the views plus
That's
the
the response.
reactions.
Yeah, the reactions.
So we're seeing views are separate, 238 and 10 responses. So that equals the 248 that you're seeing.
Like tonight, we're not going to do anyone on because we're going to get off very
Hey,
soon.
thanks, Dawn.
To thank you, Dawn, to be able to get some more stuff done and this time maybe get to bed at a reasonable hour. I've been a night owl, but I'll be honest with you guys, the last week, I've gone back to having nightmares and very vivid dreams that I don't even know I'm here. I think I'm somewhere else, and therefore I'm waking up and waking him up. And with the temperature in here constantly going up and down, I don't know what my body temperature is anymore. So,
Look at that. Look at Dawn go.
oh,
Well,
thank you,
we set
Dawn.
ourselves a timer for 2 hours, and we got about 12 minutes left for that 2 hours.
On Facebook one. There you go.
We have to limit our broadcast time
Just tonight.
because we go with like
see what happens
3.5,
tomorrow.
4 hours, and suddenly we're like, oh look, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. We should be in bed by now.
But tomorrow morning we're supposed to have all these files ready for this. I don't think we're gonna have them all ready, but there are more pictures to take, and Martin still has paperwork to face.
I do.
He said he'd do the paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, ladies, this is the kind of man you want. He does the dishes. He likes cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
He loves cooking, and he does the paperwork. Although I do pull my weight. It doesn't sound like it, but
Oh, yeah.
trust me,
Yeah, she does.
Martin does not like sitting in front of the computer editing
No,
video
so she
and
handles
dealing with
yeah,
photos.
she handles
and-
all that. She handles the social media. She handles a lot of the creative process, and yeah,
the PR stuff,
A lot of the PR stuff.
connecting to people, a lot of the promos,
Yep.
a lot of the a lot of that kind of stuff.
and she's
Hey.
the driving force behind these broadcasts.
Bagpiper Dawn. I'll still let you enter anyway. Bagpiper, do you wanna add to the prizes for the costume contest on the
Oh, yeah,
13th
yeah.
of March? Like, do you have any CDs lying around?
Hmm.
Do you have a book to spare? Do you want to add to the prizes for the costume contest?
Red Eyes jumping all over the place, getting us extra views from Facebook.
20. Excuse me. Yeah, I know. When it's on 20, it's pretty sensitive.
Yeah.
Back to halves. Woo!
Yeah, Jedi Senshi, she's probably gone to bed by now.
Yeah, she's
She's a bit of an
not
early to bed, early to rise kind of person.
and with her mother passing away recently, yeah.
Hmm. I'm sure
Yeah,
she's
she were,
sleepless
Eric,
and
thank you.
overtired all at the same time. We know what that feels like.
Off of images try coming down from, I mean, like, Jade did when in the hospital. Really? I have a free ebook. No, the idea is a prize. Something they would have to buy from you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you have a CD sitting around? If you have a CD sitting around, we'd love to add it to one of the prizes. Because we're going to do first, second, and third.
Mm-hmm.
Ah!
Mm-hmm.
Donna's on such a roll.
Donna's just like pumping it.
Oh my God, darling. I miss you. I really miss you.
Mhm.
We're going to get there soon.
All right, so there we
I'm
go.
starting to fade. I can't. See, tonight before we go to bed, and we have to be in bed by midnight at the latest. Tonight before we go to bed, it's got all the pictures of all the rest of the product have to be taken, including these three,
Including these three, yep.
right? And then, yeah. Buy from me. Zero's a great price. No, Dawn, I'm asking if you can want to pitch in a prize. Come on. What kind of nightmares are you getting lately, Christina?
Showing 251.
Don't involve Martin, or does it? Yeah,
again,
it
we're
does.
we're at 241 views and 10 reactions. So we need the 250 in
Is
the
the
views.
defibrillator on me. Wow. Oh, honey.
Oh wow.
Oh, honey. Yeah, we gotta sit down and just shoot the shite. We really do. The problem is they're very short dreams, they're very fast, and they're very disturbing, and I'm not completely waking up, so what's happening is I'm literally rolling over to Martin and talking to him as if he's, completely aware of what's going on in my head.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting upset at him, or I'm thinking he's someone else altogether, and unfortunately that wakes Martin up too. I don't know. I've told him that we should just fill the air mattress in case that happens again, and he
Mhm.
can just, get out of my way.
Yep.
But I used to be like this as a child, so it seems to have come back. We're thinking it's all the last few years have been just way too much for my subconscious brain, and it's trying to figure things out and not doing a good enough job of it. So,
Mhm.
yeah,
So that-
there are a lot of different images.
Is that similar to the incident in your childhood where you hauled off and punched your mom in the nose?
There
the
was
middle of the
that
night?
night,
Yeah.
yeah. I remember that. I kind of chuckled at that, and again, please, Vince, it's a very different relationship I have with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
But oh my God, Don, you are awesome. Wake up and help with the
Mm-hmm.
Have you been by CNM's broadcast tonight? Nice. Oh, Dawn. No bagpipes here. Yeah, we gotta be able to have more guests in the near future too to be able to accomplish this as well. But it's No, there was one night I had a dream, and I'm not even 100% sure what it was, but I was sharing a bed with my mother because my grandmother was visiting, and my sister wouldn't give up her bed. Usually my sister that gives up the bed, but she wouldn't. Um, no, there's no way I can control them, honey. They're going to happen. I just have to go through the process.
Mm-hmm.
If I was talking to the nurses and doctor about Outlander in ER, am I killed? Nice. That's like when they put me under to take my wisdom teeth out because they had impacted. And at the time we had Tut, who was a Cornish Rex, so the really big nose. And they asked me during the countdown, but they gassed me, right? So they asked me to talk about, my cats and to describe my cats. And I said, one's really fluffy and stupid. That was Kira. One's really fluffy and stupid and awkward and will kill anyone for me, which is such an honor. And then apparently I spat it out at the top of my lungs in dental surgery. I spat it out at the top of my lungs, and the other one's got a Jewish nose. Apparently, they all stopped for a moment and just started laughing. So I'm very happy.
I can just see them rechecking the IV drip of what they were giving you.
Oh. Jump to those Facebook feeds, and the number didn't update. Dang it! Oh, I think it did. I'm a
We're at
keyboard
248 now.
Has to
I'm
be
a
a twist.
keyboard wizard. There has to be a twist. A keyboard wizard got such a supple wrist. Do do do.
Do.
We actually just watched that the other night. First time for me ever watching Tommy. So Christina is still, after 33 years, introducing me to stuff that I missed out in my childhood and my
Working
youth.
on it.
Working on it.
The abstract things of our generation.
Oh,
like,
I know.
you
There's
missed
so many
out on
disturbing
you
scenes in
didn't
that.
see the
you know?
wall.
Yeah,
You didn't see heavy metal. You didn't see Tommy. You didn't see.
Didn't see
Abs-
Grease. Didn't see
no,
Absolute Beginners.
No, Grease isn't as
Not as obscure. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Have you seen Grease yet? Do
I
I still have to fix
I
that?
feel like I have, but I don't
Oh, I
know if
might
I've
have to
seen
fix
it
it anyway.
completely in its entirety. Might as well.
Mary
yeah.
Poppins you haven't seen?
That's true.
I don't know how you missed Mary Poppins. Chee Chee Bang Bang?
Yes.
Okay, that one you got. Okay. Alicia is live right now. Apparently it's not going to stop Dawn anyway. Bump. Facebook user, thank you. Not sure who you are. Have you introduced him to Quadrophenia,
Quadrophenia. Oh wow.
the album and film? Wow. I have not.
I haven't.
Damn it.
I have not experienced
got-
quadrophenia.
I've got to get a copy of Heavy Metal. You've got to
Yep.
see Heavy Metal. You will understand my father on a level you have not yet.
In my opinion, Tommy is the warm-up for quadrophenia.
Oh.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, and Tommy certainly had some very disturbing graphic situations.
Well, the fact that, deaf, dumb, blind kid,
Mhm.
he wasn't born that way, which is the
Yeah,
big thing. And
it
I
was
think
a
that's
major
why
childhood
connected.
trauma that
Yeah.
that put him there. Yeah.
which is why I think I connected with him a lot.
Mhm.
Because by the time I got, by the time I got to see Tommy, I had already had my suicide attempts. I had already had, a lot of the trauma. So I could connect so much with him. And
Yeah.
it was just, it wasn't abstract to me. It was very much real life to me. Very three-dimensional.
Dang, Facebook videos frozen. I think Roger Daltrey complained. I wonder if Roger Daltrey would complain.
West Side Story, seen it, all 4 different versions of it,
Oh wow.
and
yeah.
helped with the production of it.
There's things like Xanadu I didn't see until
Until me.
a couple of years ago, actually.
Xanadu,
Do 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 do.
Xanadu,
Now we are here.
in Xanadu. Tommy is the warm-up. Okay, we got
Yeah.
that. Oh, it's bouncing. Dang, Facebook videos frozen. Got that.
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Which,
that we have. Yeah.
And then the Wiz.
The Wiz. Oh,
The
the
Wiz.
Wiz with Michael Jackson.
What a
and,
joke the Wiz was. I
I
just
know,
couldn't get
yeah.
into it. I just spent the whole damn movie in the theater laughing. People were like,
Was it
"Stop! It's
was
Michael
it Diana
Jackson."
Ross? Michael
Yes.
Jackson, Diana Ross. Yeah.
Yes, it was Diana Ross. Oh my God. The garbage cans in the subway system was like the scariest freaking thing in the whole movie.
Right. Yeah.
The fact that they came to life and went chasing after them.
Oh, I know.
It's like, I'm a Toronto kid. I take the subway every day. Can we not
Can
do
we
this?
not traumatize us this way?
You know?
I need to ride the subway tomorrow. No, I don't want to.
The Who, Quadrophenia, the greatest guitar rock opera ever.
Oh, wow.
1973. That's right. What, Red Eye? Play the DVD with the English subtitles on their accents are thick.
Oh,
Honey,
nah. Well,
I can hear through accents.
Yeah, we're Canadian.
we're
We can
Canadian.
understand most British British accents.
Get online. Well, the younger generation I don't think can as much because they
Mhm,
didn't really
mhm.
grow up with it as much. Get online and look for Canadian pickers.
Mm,
And look for the episodes in Nova Scotia.
yeah. You know, the show American Pickers, there's a Canadian version as well, right?
Okay.
So,
And when they get to Nova Scotia, good luck. There's a reason they put subtitles. Meanwhile, Martin and I are sitting there.
even for us Canadians, right? Yeah.
You know, we're sitting there and going, we understand 90% of it, so we can fill in the gaps. But some American or, you know, a Canadian that's never really been around, a really old Scotian, there's
Or
no
watch,
way.
what's his name? Johnny Harris.
Oh yeah.
What was his show?
Jeez.
I can't remember his show, but look up Johnny Harris, Jonny, I think, Harris. He is a Newfoundland comedian,
Yep.
and he also stars as Constable Crabtree on Murdoch Mysteries.
But how he talks as Crabtree is so different how he talks in real
It's
life.
totally different, you know. It's such a
I mean,
cleaned up accent
you can
compared
hear
to
a
how,
little
you know.
bit, yeah. You can hear a little bit. I'm sorry I
Mhm.
interrupted you.
That's okay.
But you can hear a little bit in his character on on Murdoch Mysteries. But yeah,
Mhm.
when he does his comedian, when he does his stand-up stuff, yeah, that's his true accent.
Try Scottish, yeah.
Was The
Exactly.
Wiz a flop? I don't really
I
know.
don't remember if it was a flop at the
I
time
think
or not.
it made it. Like, I mean, it made some money because of Michael Jackson and you know, being the lead character. But no, not Dorothy. I think he was the Scarecrow, wasn't he?
Michael Jackson, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's the Ringers that made it. But it wasn't something that was legendary. It's not like it was Rocky Horror Picture Show. That's legendary. If you look it up, it's for our generation. It was quite a thing.
Still Standing. That was his comedy, his
Still standing.
his show.
You speak Blue Nose. Nice, Harold.
What
Try
was
Scottish.
the-
I did at one time. Geez, I was so much younger. Wonder if I could do it again. I did know Gaelic at one time, Scottish Gaelic, not Irish.
There is our 2-hour timer.
So yeah, I did the Gaelic thing for a little while, but again, I when I was a kid, I did the Latin thing. I'm not sure any of that is sticking in my memory. The whole hormone change has done a number on my
Mhm.
memory. I want challenges now. I want enough spare time that I can relearn things, just to kind of get our brains back going. Peter, Chris. Oh, Dawn. Dawn, you're darling. 250 now, I think so. You're at 279. Nice. Yeah, it's going up. So I guess people are popping in but not saying anything. Hi, Brenda. There's Brenda. Nice. Brenda's here.
All
Woohoo!
right. So we can probably afford to stay on just a few more minutes since we got a few
Yeah,
new
we're
viewers.
fine. Thank you, Brenda.
Pog Mahone. Hold
Pog
on a
Mahone.
second.
Yeah.
We're
Hey. Watch it. Because
we're not that kind of broadcast.
Yeah, we know what you just typed. We know what you just typed. The rest of them now are like
I'm gonna
copying
be
and
like,
pasting
what?
it on
What?
search engines. And,
What does that mean?
what are they saying?
Yeah. Not Gaelic, understand the accents. Well, yeah, as opposed to the languages themselves, just the English language in those accents. Yeah.
Well, Andrew, who played our most dumbest character on the J Dragon
Oh, I know. Yeah.
is just he's an idiot
He was our
savant.
Scottish buffoon pirate, right?
And he's brilliant. He memorized everyone's line and script. If anyone got stuck, he got you out of any situation in
Yeah.
character. The man,
Yeah.
I miss him so much. Because the number of times, especially producing and directing and writing and taking care of the festival itself and acting in it, you know, with everything I was doing in it, Andrew was a heaven sent. The number of times my script would just go, woo! And he'd be like right there, you know, giving me hints in character to keep me going. Not Gaelic, understand accent. Okay, exact translation of that is much, worse than people think. Yes, well, there. Well, look, will you stop? All these
I
familiar
love those
words.
kinds of actors. Yeah. Oh yeah, and he was brilliant. And he went and learned Gaelic just for his improv stuff with the other cast members and with the audience. When you do a lot of interacting with the audience at a Ren Fair, you're improving everything. And he learned all of this Gaelic stuff just for the sake of improving.
I
And it was brilliant.
I got to the point where I said to him, "Listen, I'm leaving gaps in the script. I'm going to put the English down as to what I want the character to say, but I'm going to put it in quotes. If you see it in quotes or you see a star next to it, I want you to put the Gaelic version in. And he did. I mean, we had him completely cursing in Gaelic. And it was funny because one of the mothers came up to him one day and she had the full Scottish accent, like
The
she had
audience
moved,
member, right?
yeah, she had moved to Canada recently, and she had like what I think the baby was like 2 years old because it was a little toddler running around and being a troublemaker, and she's holding on to this child, trying to keep it from running around even more. And suddenly I watch as her eyes, like her head comes up from the kid and just stares right at him. And I know
After
what
he
he
just
said.
blurted out something in full
He knows
Gaelic.
what he says. She knew what he said. And it's funny because she found him later on and she came up and she said, I'm not gonna complain because I never taught my child Gaelic. And at this point, I don't think I will ever teach my child Gaelic because that's obviously an in-joke for the adults. And he just smiled and went, you got it, and skipped off. It was hilarious.
Scott Gaelic curses are vile, yeah. And brilliant. They
You
are.
can show my book on your broadcast. No, honey, I want three-dimensional,
Something we can actually like
Award!
send or present to a winner.
like a winner award. Come on, honey. Scott Gaelic curses are vile. Yes, they are. And brilliant.
yeah.
Yes, very much so. So what we're going to do is we're going to start wrapping it up because we have another hour's worth of work and we haven't slept in about a week or two, I think.
Not properly, certainly, yeah.
Yeah, because Christina's been having nightmares again. This is something I had a lot of when I was younger, and they went away when life changed for me. And then I had them a lot when I first moved in with Martin. And about 3 years into our relationship, they finally faded away.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yep.
and we didn't have them anymore, and they have come back. So Martin and I are not sleeping, and the unpredictable temperature in here means we haven't been able to do our work. We haven't been able to run the cutter or the 3D printer. So Martin and I have lost a few gigs as well. So we'd like to sleep tonight. Basically what we're doing is we're trying to account for 9 hours of sleep in order to get 7.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been interesting. It'll be a little while before we can settle in and settle down. Having a new place would be, a
Would be
huge step up.
really, really big, yeah.
And one with a management company is becoming a very difficult thing to do. So we'll see. We're taking it day by day. As all wouldn't stop you from showing my book.
Come on, give a brother a free plug.
It's not in reach, honey. It's up in the shelving
At
unit.
this moment, yeah, we don't have the book
It's up
in
the
reach to
shelving
show you,
unit behind
show anyone.
other books, and I'm sorry, honey, but there really was nowhere else to put it. So, love you. Love you. Invite us on like more than an hour before your broadcast. Like invite us on a day or two before. Drop us a note. Tell us what day you want us on, and we'll do it that way. And you can walk us through, like what? Let's talk about one of the recipes before we go on, and you can walk us through a recipe. How's that? Or you can come on here and you can walk us through a recipe. Plan for
Yeah.
it. Let's
Yeah,
plan a day and
we can
time.
plan for that, yeah.
And let's take one of the recipes from your book and, do a gluten-free version of it or something, or do some research, and let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it. You want to plug this book? You really want to plug this book? Walk the two incompetent fools who are used to mixes with absolutely no, scrap materials when it comes to, baking. Walk us through one of your recipes. I dare you. You want to plug that book? Show
That's
everyone
right,
you
yeah.
can do it.
Yep.
You show everyone you can walk us through something. You are welcome, Vince.
Yeah. Don't carry it with us everywhere. Oh, yeah,
We're
sure.
supposed to be carrying
yeah.
our journals.
I
with
know,
us
we don't even
everywhere.
do
We don't
that.
even do that. The counselors are
We
very
suck.
upset at us. We do suck. On a gentle level. On a reasonable level, whatever the hell that is. Dawn, darling. So listen, before we go, we are going to remind everyone that if you want to be part of the Lord of the Rings, oh God, you're putting pictures in now.
That's the...
Oh, this is him now.
that's the
Oh,
guy.
yes. Yes, that's him.
Yep.
Yep, that's definitely him. That quirky half smile.
Mm-hmm.
Offering sponsors, if I can get any, to sit in on my broadcast, so long as they don't interrupt, try to play along, sing, or distract me too long from playing. If
Wow.
I'm going to sponsor you, dude, I want to interrupt you as much as I want.
That's right.
Come on.
Be fair.
Yeah, so Johnny Harris also has a show called Hatching, Matching, and Dispatching. It's basically it's
Yes.
a family sitcom, and there's some really heavy accents in that.
Let's plan for a day of chaotic, of pulling one of your recipes. We'll talk about it ahead of time. We'll figure out which
Yep.
recipe and whether or not it's modifiable,
Mhm.
because apparently
Would love to
not
do
all
that.
recipes,
Mhm.
not all recipes are modifiable for gluten-free. But if you can start providing online too, like you put up the one original recipe, and the next month you put up the gluten-free version,
Hot
That will make
fudge
people so
pudding
happy.
cake. Mm-hmm.
Is that in your book?
It must be because it's the Whidbey Island Baking Company.
Do some research.
Mm-hmm.
okay? Martin
Sorry.
and I can do buckwheat, because there's no gluten in buckwheat because
Yep.
it's not actually wheat. Rice flour, but rice flour is the hardest apparently, because it doesn't
Yeah,
bind.
it's very granular, right?
Oats,
Yeah.
of course with no extra wheat. Martin and I can do spelt, but that's not gluten-free.
Mm-hmm.
It's a more digestible gluten, but it's not gluten-free. So if you want to attract the people who are like celiac or true gluten-free, let's look at the things that are actually gluten-free. But yeah, we do spelt stuff all the time.
Yep.
Spelt bread, spelt. Do the
Mhm.
research, Don. Do the research.
We'd
And
be
then
happy to, yeah.
walk us through it. Walk us through it.
My
We'll
free
cry the
recipe
whole
of the
way.
month after February. It is gone. Okay.
Wow. Walk us through it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's set a date. Let's set a date. And we'll get you on here.
And that cake is easy.
Yeah, you
That'd be cool, yeah.
say that until Martin and I get our hands on it. I swear I'm just going to make us out to be the worst people on the planet when it comes to baking, so that when you walk us through it, you will be the miracle worker of miracles.
Mhm.
And then we'll do it again when we get to our new place, 'cause hopefully if we get this place, fingers crossed everyone, hopefully if we get this place, we will have a gas.
Gas stove. That'll be a different thing altogether. Yeah.
Okay, folks, listen, remember, by the 12th, $5 sponsors, and still need a couple more. We
Still
will
need,
write
what,
the
4 more?
sponsors. Yep.
4 more?
We maybe need 3. I
4
haven't
more?
checked yet.
How's that
I
work?
have to check. And we will write the sponsors into the Lord of the Rings. So you have to let us know what do you want to be, an elf or a troll or a dwarf or a hobbit, because that's what we're going to need. And we're going to need to know who your either fellowship is, so we can write your own little fellowship, or we're going to need to know who your loved one is. And we will write them out, and on the 14th we'll go to air, dressed in our Lord of the Rings outfits, and we will read it out.
Mm-hmm.
We will read it out in character. We will do the whole, the big book of
Mhm.
stories of Middle Earth,
Oh, yeah.
and we'll have a great time for Valentine's Day. How's that for original? So by all means, share, folks. Let people know, and remember the Car Hunger COVID costume contest is also coming up soon. So prepare yourself
Mhm.
for March 13th. We are also looking for extra prizes. So if you have a small company or a friend with a small company, and there is something different enough from what we do to do as prizes, then please, please, please. Or if they've got a store, for example, if they've got a, if you know someone out there with a costume store, or someone who does costuming, if they're willing to do like a gift card for X number of dollars off, that'll be working. That'll work really well. So yes, things like that, let us know. Please, you can get a hold of us on private message on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter are the big ones for us when it comes to direct messaging. And that's always Car Hunger, CARR.
HUNGER.
On all of them, on all of our, we're on TikTok, not as often as we'd like to be, but we are on TikTok. You can find us there as well. Of course, on HAPS, for those of you who are not watching from the HAPS app, we're over here as well. And it's HAPS, HAPPS.TV/@ I keep calling it @%, because that's what we used to call it, right?
Yeah.
And %and @%. I don't know why we did that.
Yeah.
But the @ symbol and Car Hunger, CARR.
HUNGER.
So really easy to find us online. Let us know. We'll keep you guys up to date on the store, and we're going to get as much product up there as possible,
Mm-hmm.
just so you guys can see us being crazy and creative. Love
Yep.
you all. We're going to do our best to be on tomorrow. We are definitely going to be on Thursday for our ears,
Mhm.
for my ears. We'll do Martin's at another time. And
Yep.
hopefully we won't be doing it with just plaster. We'll see. It'll all depend on one company tomorrow.
Yep.
And whether or not the order is ready, because a lot of these companies are working on very minimal staff. So sometimes it's taking 3 or 4 days to fill an order. Hell, it took 6 days
Exactly.
for us to get cat litter last time.
Oh, I know, yeah. Poor cats, yeah. At least we still had enough cat litter to work with. but yeah, just barely,
We
yeah.
had like dust by the time we got the other stuff. The COVID world, car, hunger, yes, but all together.
Hmm.
No space or return. Get plenty of rest, and I know the nightmares will occur. Hope you will get through this, and all of us will be behind you 100%. We
Awesome.
believe.
Thank you so much, yeah.
We believe that that energy is a very important thing in life. So if you guys create the energy, things will happen. Okay.
Mhm.
I accidentally left January up. Whoopsie. Know how to stop your nightmares. Stop dreaming of me.
Dream a little dream of...
Thanks, Martin.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Harold, you can wear the kilt. Dawn, put some pants on.
Donald, where's your trousers?
It's only because of the song, That's why we keep saying
I know,
that.
really.
Ears. Take care, guys. Remember, you two will always be my favorite people. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Vince.
Vince. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vince. Thank you, Eric.
Poor
Thank you,
cats
Dawn.
running
Thank you,
around wearing those little
everyone.
diapers for 3 days. I know. Yeah, well, we should have done that and taken pictures of it.
Well, I
That
know,
would have
yeah.
gone viral, man.
Could be, yeah. Waiting for the litter. Send it to PetSmart. Post it on PetSmart's Twitter. It's like, this is because you couldn't get the litter to us on time.
Yeah, we're doing a lot more pre-planning than we're used to. This is very frustrating for 2 artists.
Mhm.
All right, folks, and remember, respect yourself more than anyone else can, and everything will be fine. Self-respect, self-love, do it. Do it, because everything will come to you.
It will.
Sometimes it's really, really hard, but, we all want to love you back, and we all want to, support you and be there for you as well, especially if you're there for us. And we all have our limitations, so any little help, any little extra help, we all love ourselves, we all love each other. It's really that simple.
Mhm.
What are pants you speak of? The things that look like tights? Dawn,
they're
oh
not
my
tight?
God, you would look great in tights. Say hi to your cats. Thank you, Vince. I will. Good night, sweet dreams. Thank you, Brenda.
Thank you
Diapers
so
made of
much.
paper towels. That's a waste. Amen to that. Thank you for coming by. Yes, thank you so much. And hey, Martin,
Mm-hmm.
say good night, Martin.
Good night, Martin.
I'm gonna run another video.
She's gonna go to another
I'm gonna run a video. Okay, I'm going over
Thanks,
here.
everyone.
Thank you. Bye, everyone. Take care. Stay safe.
We had a great time in Montreal. Montreal was all hardwood floors. Right? Go on, camera. Camera.
Took a nail, scratched it to death. I'd like to, that's my favorite thing, that's my result. No! Well, look up there.
How much styrofoam?